What is up? What is up? How are we doing? Kalia, what's up? You're first. Yeah, you are. You're the only one who matters, Kalia. The rest of these suckers don't matter. They're suckers. I'm like stuffy. This fucking Connecticut, man. I get like congestion, allergies, whatever. Annoying. What's up, Felix? What's up, bruh? What's going on? How we doing? Felix Nunez. Kalia. Kalia World. What's going on? What's up, D-Wayne? D-Wayne. Loves a lot. Is Logic British? Let me see. Now you're going to make me look him up. Grammy-nominated rapper. Where's he from? Spouse. All right, well, he's not gay. Where's he from? Logic, here we go. American. Okay, he's American. Logic is American. This dude looks white to me. His blue eyes, too. He was born Sir Robert Bryson Hall. Sir Robert Bryson Hall? Dude, what? He was born to Robert Bryson, a black Maryland native. Oh, his pops is black. His white, mother's white. He suffered from cocaine addiction and alcoholism. His father, cocaine and alcohol, not him. He attended Harvard, not graduate. Why the fuck is his name Sir? Why is Robert's name Sir? Sir Robert. Now I wasn't blown away either, man. We did a little bit of a live watch party for it. And then we switched over to Clarissa's fight, which was way more entertaining. Maryland, yeah. Xander dominates? No. I looked that up. His mother was racist. His white mother, who had a child with a black guy, is racist. Well, that's off script. You don't see that very often. Hey, Marco, Hannah Gabriels. Okay, Chet. Oh, damn, the mom beat him? Jesus. Is Logic like nice as a rapper? I don't really. Why not? Cleo. We had Clarissa in the chat last night for a while. She said her husband fell asleep. I think he tells her on vacation, like, stay off the boxing chats, which is real funny. It's like a real flip of how it should be. Usually it's the woman be like telling the dude, like, stop fucking boxing, spend time with me, talk to me. We don't connect. But I bet you it's cool. Clarissa's husband does that to her. We don't know, man. I mean, I set the Discord up. They kind of showed me how to do it. I mean, I just got some ongoing topics. Matter of fact, let's look at it. Discord. Here, I'll open it right now. Let's see. It's only like the same few people who fucking fuck with it, but let's see. All right, Discord. Boom. General. See? Here's all the chat. What's the last one? CJ. Oh, this morning. CJ and Yayan. Dwayne, CJ, Yayan. So it's only the same usual suspects. Let's see this one. Now this one's been inactive for a couple days. And this one's been inactive for a couple days. So really just the general one is rocking. I'm gonna put a comment in it, let them know we're live. Not like they're probably here. All right. Let's get rid of that. Damn, only 3 people in here now. And I know what Dwayne that is. That's Dwayne Dennis, the young man. How old are you, Dwayne Styles? Dwayne Dennis is 16. He's a young buck. He's a little man. I mean, he's taller than me, I believe, but still little. He's short. Actually, he's not short. What am I talking about? He's tall. He's like 6'2", I think he said. Dwayne Styles, 25. Okay. It's a good age. It's the age I met my wife at. She wasn't my wife at the time. That's when I met her. Yeah, man, I was fucking wilding out at 25. Dwayne. Going out every night. I wasn't like a big drug user or drinker. But when you're in New York, there's always shit to do. Ah, well, that's good. That's good to know. You didn't get a notification? Oh, I got one. I got one. For the gloves? Shit. Like 25 at least. You guys are bugging out, man. I don't believe you guys don't want these gloves. Crazy to me. Yayan hasn't been dropping his like 10 raffles. I mean, nobody's been dropping raffles, really. The Ring magazine, Jet. That was 42 years. Shut up. Are you going to raffle the punch out thing? No. I looked it up. It's only worth like you can get one for like $200 on eBay, I believe. It's not worth that much. To me, it's more sentimental. So nah. If I get like 1,000, I would, but not for 200. If you send 250 entries, you will most likely be the winner because you will be heavily skewed to be the winner if you do that. What the fuck is Benton Harbor and why are you there? What's up, Mikhail? I don't know, Chet. I don't know. No, I'm not. She's older than me by 2.5 months. Just 2.5, but she got me. So there's 2.5 months every year where she's a year older than me, technically. You guys could jump in. The lines are open. How do I think he looked? Upper middle. Upper middle. Not upper class. Not wealthy. Not billionaire. Not middle class. Not poor. Upper middle. It's not a bad. That's not a bad way to look. You know. It's a city close to mine here for work. Holy. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Be right back. My bad. It's fucking hot as shit here. They had the AC off. What's with you in the sanctioning body? Good Lord. I don't know. Somebody else can answer. I don't know. They're all whack. I guess the IBF. They're the only ones who will eventually strip people. And they imposed the 10-pound rehydration and all that. So I guess them. But, tomato type thing. Type shit, as you kids would say. Type shit. It's funny how you guys use like our slang. Like we used to say that. Like, that dude was on some Michael Jordan type shit. Like we would say that. But you guys have to just shorten everything. You just say, yeah, type shit. You guys think you're too cool. Everything has to be shortened. But you're not cool because you guys are all so fucking sensitive. You are. This generation's mad sensitive. Like mad sensitive. Some might say soft. Soft as toddler shit. Chet Perry, he's usually not. I don't know why he keeps doing that. Maybe he's drunk. Maybe he's joking around. Maybe he wants an answer. But I just gave him one, so he should stop doing that now. All right, what else we got, people? Talk to me. I got to go out with the family later, so I decided to go live early. Then I'll be on tonight. Tonight, I'm going to have on Elijah Pierce. The one who just viciously knocked out that Mexican who was kind of getting up in his ass a little bit. You do think MJ was trash. You think Sugar Ray Robinson was trash. You think Adrian Broner and LeBron James are the greatest things that ever happened to the planet. That's what you think. We know that. Bensonhurst is calling me. I saw a 3-bedroom there for like $3,000. The problem is I don't think wifey would ever move there. And then we got to put my son in all Chinese school. Which, isn't the worst thing in the world, but it is a little weird. You kind of want to mix. Like New York City is supposed to be a mix, not just. That's why the parts of New York City that are not gentrified, that are segregated, are way cheaper, because New York City is known for being mixed. When you got places that are like all Hasidic Jew or all Chinese, nah. Nah, I didn't watch it. Forgot you sent it, as a matter of fact. You want me to play it right now, or you want me to play it privately? I don't know what the plans are. I don't like Sundays, man. I hate LeBron James fans. They make the entire song for his man. Yeah, word. Yeah, you should. You should spar him. But, you're in Ohio, right? I don't think that's going to happen. What I got against Asians? Nothing. So, Fighting Words, where you been? She was throwing bombs, but when they landed, they did not detonate. That was a weird thing. Like, they look like bombs, but when they landed, they didn't detonate. So maybe Potster and Jay's cousin just had a good chin. The skill level. Yeah, no, that's true. She looked good doing it. She looked mad good doing it. Okay. Yeah, she was throwing. She hit her with one shot. I thought it was going to fold her, but Potster and Jay's cousin just looked at her like, yeah, she was tough. Good defense, too. She was on her, Timu, New Zealand Floyd roll. But it wasn't bad. She was on her Kiwi roll. She was on her Kiwi roll. MJ, my top 3. Off respect. You've never even watched them. You got to watch them at least. Oh, yeah? Maybe they'll hire me. I'm going to ask Elijah Pierce to hook me up. I'm like, I got to get a job with these motherfuckers. I like OTX. I like them. They got to hire me. I'll commentate, jazz it up a little, spice it up a little bit. These commentators are all boring. Throw in some similes, some metaphors with a high level eye breakdown. That's what people need to know. See Jangles. Up early. Up early in the morning, dressed in black. Don't ask why. Don't ask why. I'm down with a suit and tie. They killed the homie that I went to school with. Damn shit. Life ain't shit to fool with. I only know that song because my Jeremy, who was in the camp with me in the Kevin Rooney stable, was from LA and he would always play that crap. It's nothing you can't tell me about basketball. I grew up watching Jordan highlights. Oh, you watch? Oh, so I can't watch highlights, but you can? Yeah, and you're sounding like that Greek philosopher, Hippocrates. What up, Remy? She looked good. She looked good. She was getting clipped up, though, a little bit. But the girl she fought was tough, so... She doesn't have that knockout power, though, but what girl does? Name one, besides Christy Martin, historically, that was sleeping these hoes. Name one. Name one. Yeah, it's a West Coast song. Ice Cube. Ice Cube. I forget the name of the song. Up early in the morning, dressed with black. Don't ask why. I'm down with a suit and tie. They killed the homie that I went to school with. What the fuck's that song called? I know it's on Ice Cube's album. His I think his first solo album. With the No Vaseline, that whole album. I had that album too. Why? Because all my friends made me think it's part of the culture, so I should get it. I didn't like it. No, the whole fucking games, man. You can watch whole games on YouTube. Why don't you do that? I'm supposed to watch whole fights, but you can't watch whole games? Hmm? Hmm? Looks like Indiana's breeding a whole bunch of Greek philosophers named Hippocrates. Ian is smashing his pregnant white boss and talking down on Jordan. The black delegation is placed in. He's not smashing her. He said he wants to. Yeah, man, get out of here. Yo, the lines are open, people. Jump in if you want. I'm an OG. So that's a mix of like, I feel the respect, which I appreciate, but you're also calling me old, which I don't appreciate. No, you know what? Fuck it. It's not your fault. I don't appreciate being old. Getting old. Nothing to do with you. Jackie, what up, girl? Good morning. Jackie, where you from again? I forgot. I literally said Jordan top 3. Yeah, out of respect. You've never watched him. Like, you've never watched anything but a couple fucking dunk highlights and maybe a 3-point, the dunk contest highlights. That's all you've watched. Yet, people shit on me for watching highlights. I'm just saying, if you're going to be a Hippocrates, just wear it proudly. Say, I'm from South Bend. I'm a Hippocrates. That's all. You're right apart from Layla Ali. I don't know about Layla, man. It's a blessing. Yeah, coming out the lips of a 25-year-old man. Wait till you're my age. Let's see if you call this shit a blessing. Georgia. Cool. Do you have a southern accent? I mean, I guess most people from Georgia do, right? I don't know. I know I sound mad East Coast right now. No, I talked to Johnny recently. He's taking a little break from TV, he said. Not because he's mad or anything, I think. I did that too. I mean, I was annoyed at Ness. That's why I took a break. But sometimes you got to take a break. You got to take a break from everything. You know what I mean? I know, man. I'm just saying. That's true. She got an accent. How old are you, Dwayne? Well, you said you're 25. What you mean? How's old? How is 25 old? 25 is young as shit. That's when I met my wife, man. We met at the club at 25. Back how before internet. Back how you used to do it. Saw her, liked the booty, so I kicked my tutti frutti. Oh wait, that rhymed, but it made me sound gay, so that doesn't really work. But you get where I'm going with this. I was watching when he got beat up by the Pistons. Man, you wasn't watching that. Get out of here. I was watching that shit live. You were still swimming around in your daddy's nuts like this. Somewhat, unless they are from the city, like AT. All right. Any advice? I mean, I could, if I knew what your lifestyle was like, I could give you advice. It's hard if I don't know your lifestyle. You might be living shit perfectly, so there's nothing to give you advice for. Although I doubt you are, because nobody does really. Dwayne, chill out, bro. You ain't old. Old idiots. Wow, very rude. What's up, boxing? I work in Lithonia, but live in Monticello. Damn, my dad used to live in Monticello, New York. Obviously, Monticello, Georgia, something different. What's up, man?
So what's up?
Just talking to these young bucks, guys like Yayan, who don't respect Jordan or Sugar Ray Robinson, trying to school them. You know how it is. These guys. How old are you, Mike? You're like 30, right? 30 something? 34? I think you froze. Yeah, he froze for a second. I'm not a bum or anything. I just work in construction. That's a good job. Go to the gym, box when I can, live a normal life. I feel like I could do more. Um, okay, well there's the advice. You feel like you could do more, take those steps to try to do what you want to do. I'm not saying you'll achieve everything, but you have to at least take the steps. Because if you don't take those steps and try, it will eat away at you later in life.
Somebody asked me that the other day. It was like, what's my goal in this whole thing? Turning pro and stuff. Like, if I feel like I could be like a world champion or like all this other stuff. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm realistic about my goals. My goal is to I just want to be a regional champ. You know what I mean? I want to be a solid club fighter. You know what I mean? Make some money and get a regional belt. That's my goals. Like at the end of the day, you don't go for it, you ain't never gonna know.
Okay.
Everybody got a good excuse.
You're a college grad? What Dwayne, what's your degree in? If you're in construction, I'm curious what your degree is in. Yeah, that's a good goal, man. That's a good place to start. That's a good, like when I first started boxing, I remember never thinking I would be a pro. Ever. And I remember the day I realized I could be a pro, I remember beating up some pro in sparring.
Yeah.
And I felt like a high over me.
Hmm.
Which is weird because it's like I've seen way worse. Like I was always one of the most talented fighters in the gym. So why I wouldn't think I could be a pro, I don't know. Maybe because we're just when you're young, you don't think that. But then when it hit me, I'm like looking at all these other pros. I'm like, these guys are not.
You're not. That's what I'll be looking in the gym. I'll be like, man, he's a pro.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do this. You know what I mean? Like you'd be like, what? I could do this. Like hell no. You know what I mean?
And really anybody, depending on the wow, that's associates. Okay, I got a bachelor's in psychology, and it's a waste of fucking time. I just paid it off. 30 years it took me. Pay off my college loans. 30 fucking years.
And what have you ever done anything with your degree? Not a damn thing.
No. And a matter of fact, I never even had a job where they were like, you need a degree. Like I never went that route.
Yeah.
So, never. Like college was a dope experience, I'll say. Well, no, it wasn't dope. I actually hated college for me, but it's a good experience for kids that age. I feel like you want to get that experience if you can.
I tried to tell my brothers, like, it's more about the connections that you're gonna be able to make in college, because it's a bigger pool of people, and you're meeting people, when they're younger.
You went to college?
Never know. No. I went to prison.
Nah, but I wouldn't. But I wouldn't be surprised if you went to college. 18, 19, whatever years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to go to college. I was actually trying to go to Georgia Military Institute to play football, but
it's never too late.
Ended up in jail.
Never too late.
Yeah, I just don't got time to be paying people money for a piece of paper that's not going to make my bottom dollar. You know what I mean? I missed out on that experience.
I get it. You're right. Especially in today's day and age where you can make money so many different ways. Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah, I get it. You're right. It's more of an experience for an 18, 19, 20-year-old.
Exactly.
Like at your age, it would have to be just, I mean, if you want to go be a teacher, do something where you have to get a degree, that's different.
Yeah.
Marco used his degree to psychoanalyze Yayan. Fucking Yayan. Network.
I wonder if, did you feel like psychology helped you at all in boxing, with it being such a mental game? Because I feel like we do kind of use sports psychology a little bit.
No. So college helped me. Funny enough, maybe this is that New York City in me, but it helped me learn how to get over on the system.
Yeah.
So like my college, when I went to a whole bunch. I had to start at community college because I had awful grades. I was a typical city kid. And then I had to transfer. And then I finally ended up going to University of Arizona, which is where I graduated from, which is where I was on the boxing team. But that was a huge college, 50,000 students. Almost every single class was like 200-300 people in an auditorium being lectured.
Yeah.
And the grades, a lot of them were just like, you do one midterm, one final. That's your grade.
Show up if you want to.
Right. And that's your grade. So I just learned how to basically cheat. Like I learned how to fucking cheat, and I learned how to and then they would have these things where you have to show up for, fuck was it called? You had the lectures, but then you had it was almost like not a homeroom, but it was a smaller group would show up with teachers' assistants.
Mm-hmm. And
then some of those would mark the absences or the attendances. But I just learned how to get over on all that shit. Like this is before computers. So I don't know, maybe it's harder now to cheat with computers, but back then it was like, it was way easier. Like you could literally, I remember I knew what the exam was going to be. They would give us these blue books that you write on. There were standard blue booklets, right? I remember just getting one, pre-writing the answers because somebody told me and I just handed it in. They had no fucking idea.
No.
No, how are they going to know?
It's crazy because two of my brothers are college football coaches. Mm-hmm. And these guys, I asked these guys about like certain stuff. They're like, I don't know. They changed stuff so much. I don't know. I coach football.
No,
I'm like,
it's very different. But it taught me it taught me that every system can be everything has a system and nothing is finite. Everything can be tweaked. You can get around almost anything in life, or figure something. Like there's no brick wall. Like, oh, I guess I just can't go forward. That's what it taught me, and it taught me a lot about how things work. Because probably in prison it's probably the same shit. You probably learned that you can get around a lot of shit and how things work. And
became a master. 10 years.
There you go. So I mean, it's probably a little little way harder in prison, I assume, to get around and get. But even then, I'm sure there's tons of ways you could have.
Hell nah. It's not harder. You just gotta know what to do. Have to, like, I remember there was one of these young kids. Just he's from my neighborhood. He just came in or whatever. So these dudes ain't seen me in years because I've been locked up. So he's like, "Oh, what's up, big bro?" I used to like date his sister or whatever. It's like, "Oh, what's up, big bro?" So I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm like, "Look, dude, you green, man. Like you look obviously green. Like you just look out of place." I'm like, this is what you do. I was like, you can't be with me 24/7. I got a lot of stuff I got going on. This is what you do. Just watch the guys around you and act like they act for a year. Wherever situation you're in, just if they look like it's about to go down, and then they look like they about to get active, then you about to get active. You know what I'm saying? If they look like they chilling, then chill. As I said, if you just can, you know what I'm saying? I pointed out some good people from our neighborhood, like just stick with them
Mm-hmm.
and basically just copy them, do what they do. I said that's how for the first like year in prison I made it. Was two things. One, for I just fought a lot, so nobody wanted to bother me, and the second thing was like to figure out how to get over on the COs and all that, like all of that type of stuff.
Right.
I just sat around with older dudes. Like I gravitated towards older dudes that had been in for a long time, and I would just basically sit around them and copy them. And then that's
Right.
how I just started figuring out. But I did the same. I do the same thing in the gym. Like if we were in the same city, I would be like, Marco, you know what I'm saying, come to the gym, boom, because I would just want to sit there and basically try to soak up all of the knowledge and experience that you already have, so
Right.
that certain things I don't have to go through and find out for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I can you just tell me. Like you don't want
Exactly.
to do that, you want to do this, you don't want to do that. And
Exactly.
that's basically how I've gotten better at boxing for real. Is I just go to all like I don't even have a boxing gym right now that I got a membership at. Literally, I just got an open door to go to all the gyms in the city and spar. So I just
Right.
show up. I just show up and spar, or I show up and train with them because I got that respect from just showing up
Exactly.
and sparring.
So that's how you worked around having to pay membership. I got you.
Hell yeah, I don't got the money for it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I mean, so I guess it is just like college. I guess the difference is when I said it's harder, meaning like if you get caught in prison, adding extra sentence, extra time, or
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
going in the hole, it's a lot more vicious of a punishment if you get caught in prison. I guess that's what I meant. With
Hell
me, if
yeah.
you get caught, it's like a slap on the wrist in college or whatever.
But see, I even use that to my advantage. I was playing somebody like, but when I first went, I didn't have like none of this facial hair. I didn't have none of these tattoos for real. So I looked like a kid. So I used
Mm.
to use that to my advantage. Like
Oh,
I just didn't like, oh, I didn't know no. I just act like a kid. Like I ain't know no better. Like I ain't know. Like
wow.
and they'd be like, and give me like, all right, like man, you stupid little kid. Or I just talk out the side of my neck, completely reckless. They'd be like, what the fuck? The fuck is your problem? I'd be like, but I just act like a kid would do that. You know what I mean? But it
Right.
was intentional on my part because I knew that I looked so young
Yeah.
that you would feel bad from like, damn, you got all these years, you young as
Yeah.
fuck. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like everybody's got a little niece, nephew, son. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
just played on that shit.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's a there's never the system, any system is always manipulatable. Like you can manipulate any system. You can, when they say like there's always a way, there's like a lot of truth to that. There is always a way for whatever. You know what I
Always.
mean? There is. I'm trying to figure out my way to get this job with one of these, networks or one of the, and I'm trying to figure out that way. And I'm working. I'm swerving through trying to get there. But there's always a way. So
I will say I
college
will
taught me
say
that.
that you're impacting the algorithm a lot differently now that you've been putting out current content. So now that your keywords and a lot of like your shorts and stuff are current content stuff that's going on in boxing right now, because you already have such a big following, and you know what I'm saying, you have an engine behind you
Mm-hmm.
as far in the feed. Now your stuff's popping up twice as much. You see what I'm saying? Because
Mm.
you got the older clips. Okay, those were already gonna pop up. Like you will always still pop up in my feed, but now because okay, let's say the Claressa Shields, you make a short about that. Well,
Going to
Clarissa is in the algorithm popping this weekend. Why? Because she just fought. Because you know what I'm saying. So
right,
that's more current. So
right.
now you pop up for that, and you made a video about Rocky Marciano for like better. I can't remember one of the latest videos you made.
Right.
That's gonna pop up too for anybody that's watching boxing content as
Right.
well. But
Right.
so now you're popping up twice as much in the algorithm,
That's
and
good. No.
that's like where I like as far as this like content creation and stuff, that's where I've really figured out how to manipulate like the algorithm and the different stuff. Is like, oh, if you just see what's current and I'll put that in there, I'll automatically get 1,000, 1,500 views just because it's a popping topic. Like, so
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just gonna flood into the algorithm as far as the shorts go.
My problem is like PBC. I just did a video on. You probably didn't see it. Did you see the video I did on Fondora versus Zoo 2?
Yeah. I seen
You
that.
saw that? Okay. Well, they blocked it globally, so it only
Yeah.
has like 200 views, which for me is like baby shit. I get hundreds of thousands. So they blocked it. They told me they blocked it. So PBC blocked it. So I'm now that's one of the problems I'm dealing with. These older fights, nobody's blocking them. They don't give a fuck. But
No.
PBC's, but even DAZN, I think they
But
suspended
I thought you had the DAZN ambassadorship.
I do. They suspended my Facebook account and they gave me a strike on TikTok. So I hit up my representative and he had the TikTok one removed. And now he's working on. I can't log into my Facebook account because they suspended me because I put up 2 DAZN fights, the Fondora one and what's the other one that happened? What was the other big one that happened? Whatever it was, yeah. And they suspended me. And I guess
I thought you had all clearance. Like
I do,
like,
but
like
it still happens. I do, but it still happens. So like I said, my guy over there had one removed, but
it may be just because you just started making more content using their clips and stuff. So once they like somebody probably just didn't know and just flagged you off the rip.
What I think it is, he said that I wasn't following. You have to have the DAZN logo visible at all times. So sometimes I'll zoom in, you don't see it. And you have to use it as promotion. So I think I need to, at the end of it, be like, make sure to go to DAZN to catch this full fight. Like I got to do some shit like that.
Or use one of their pre-made clips where they promote themselves and just put that at the end of the video.
Yeah, I have a meeting. The guys said, let's jump on a call so we could explain to me because it's all been emailing that. Yeah, he's going to explain to me because I don't want this shit to keep happening. Because DAZN is no joke, man. They fucking
they flagged me too. I was salty.
They flag you, but they'll also like they'll push to have your account suspended. Like
that's why I just stopped. I just stayed away from them. I said after they flagged me the one time, I said, yeah, I'm not gonna play this game because literally they shut down one of my lives, like shut it down, and it was only because it was something that someone else reacted to
live
and
on what platform?
Like I was live on Facebook. Matter of fact, I was live on Facebook.
And then what happened? How'd you know it was them? It said that?
Yeah. Like my live ended and then they sent me an email.
Jesus.
And
what were you doing? What were you showing?
All I did was I was reacting to a clip of someone else reacting to a DAZN clip. Like maybe it was I can't even remember whose clip it was for sure, but it was like me reacting to their reaction. So I thought I would be good under the Fair Usage Act. Nope. So I thought I would be cool.
And then use any of and the Fair Usage Act, by the way, I think only applies to movies, not television. I'm pretty sure only movies.
It does apply to, like, okay, for example, if let's say I was to watch this replay of this podcast back and I was to react to it, you know what I'm saying? Like give whatever, I'd be pausing or whatever. Like, look at Marco, blah, blah, blah. So if you wanted to flag me, you could flag me off rip, and then I would have to go back and fight it and be like, no, I was Fair Usage Act, blah, 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 blah. So the percentages of what I use, how I use the material, whatever. And then we would be good. Most likely I would be good. I mean, but obviously I don't have the money to do no shit like that. But, and then it's only in situations where you're monetizing it anyway.
Yeah.
So if you're not monetized, it doesn't even really matter because I'm not making money off your material. If anything, I'm just promoting you for free.
Right.
So
why would they shut you down? Are you monetized?
Yeah, no, I'm not monetized. That's where I was.
You know what it is?
That's where I was lost.
I'll tell you right now what it is. 31.5 billion. This guy has that budget, and I'm telling you, he is slamming his foot on the gas. Like, no. We are getting across the board because before Turkey came in, they did not flag me.
No,
they did not flag me. And then they started. So whatever. But I am good because I'm what's it called? A partnership? You said it.
It's like ambassadorship.
Yes. Ambassadorship. I got the ambassadorship, but did you apply for that?
No, I have not applied yet.
You could apply. I mean, I don't really know what the
with being as small of an account as I am. Like I'm only got 90 subscribers.
It might not matter. Try. It can't hurt.
Yeah, it can't hurt to try.
Better than getting your live shut down.
Yeah, for sure. And
but
then having to steer around videos because basically I like have to look and see if I see a DAZN, I'm not even using it. Never.
Right. Well, I do stills. Like, I mean, I used to do stills, and those aren't bad. You could always do stills. They can't flag
Okay.
you off stills.
Yeah.
So
That's a good.
But like, yeah, it was annoying. It was fucking annoying. Like copyright claim. What the fuck? So I'll talk to the dude, and I'm gonna find out from him. Like, is it just AI that automatically flags me?
That's what I'm thinking.
But if
That's
it
what I'm
is,
thinking.
they still need to be informed of the accounts because he told me the verbiage he used was like whitelisted. I'm gonna get your accounts whitelisted.
Yes. And then basically when the AI flags, but then it sees that it's Marco Boxing, it lets you.
But it's still flagged me on TikTok. So what the
No,
fuck?
I don't think that's why I said with you being new to kind of the ambassadorship, maybe they didn't put you on the list like they were supposed to properly. I think it's on their end.
Maybe. Or maybe it's what I said. I wasn't following the criteria to a T, which is like promotion. Oh, and I also have to have a link in my thing.
A link to the zone.
Yes, which I didn't, but like they don't Instagram doesn't let you put in links.
No, Instagram definitely doesn't. It's crazy.
Am I supposed to? And does TikTok let you put in links?
No.
So what
TikTok will let you put in links on your account, but not on your videos.
Right. So whatever.
I don't know what they want because that's a YouTube thing, basically. The links.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make some more turkey videos too, so he can like fucking.
How do we get on Stan Jonas and Xander Zayas? When did that become a thing?
I guess because that's not a bad challenge for. I mean, Xander's a champion now. I think
Xander's at 54. Stan Jonas is still 47.
Right.
I mean, I guess the conversation because of boots, but
it's only one weight class.
That's only one, but I don't see boots. I don't gonna lie, that jump from 47 to 54 is a lot bigger than what people think.
I mean, I don't know. To me,
no, I'm saying not size wise, right? Frame wise. Okay, so look, like when I look at guys and I'm sizing them up, like I'm looking at their frame, right? The 54 pounders, like I spar a lot of 47 pounders, like that. Those are the guys that I spar with. You know what I'm saying? That give me the resistance, the challenge, right?
Right.
When I go to spar the 54 pounders, it's a difference. I'm like, whoa! Like the guys that are cutting down to 54 are walking around at 170.
Okay, so I was right about to ask you. Okay, so that's exactly, you're kind of proving the point that I always make. You're what, 35, 32?
Yeah, I'm at 35.
Okay, so you don't feel a difference until 20 pounds past your weight. I always tell people, for me, I don't feel a difference unless somebody's 15 or 20 pounds heavier. That's why all this oh, he's one weight class. I'm like, come on, man. In some divisions, that's only 4 pounds more.
Yeah. Especially at the smaller weights, like 130, 135. The only difference between like 30 and 35 is this. A lot of the weight bully 35ers can't get down to 130. That's why I like 130 is because I'm usually like more the longer, bigger guy, and those guys aren't like, they aren't rehydrating up crazy. Like, so like when I okay, so let's say when I face a 35er that's a pro, like, and we're both like sparring, so we're at walk around, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 145 pounds, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they're like 155, 160.
Right. But like I always
so that's cool. Like I can deal with that. But once we get to the 170 range,
well, that's a lot heavier. So yeah, I always tell people that's why I'm okay with what the weight classes used to be. You know, welter, then middle. That's where you feel differences. All that shit in between now, or middle, light, heavy. Yeah, that's a difference.
I think with the super welterweight, what it gives a chance for is the smaller 47 pounders, the smaller welterweights to maybe go up and get like a little money fight, and you got a meeting ground like at 54, where, you know what I'm saying, the 160 guy, you got to bring him down a little bit, and you able to build to that 54. Because think about Mayweather. Mayweather never made 154 ever. He never ever made it.
I'll tell you, man. I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all a money grab from the sanctioning bodies. That's the only reason they did that.
Yeah,
the shit worked for hundreds of years with one belt and only the 10 weight classes or whatever it is. That shit is money. That's all it is. It's just, and it gives people more belts. It gives more championships. It gives more quote unquote
Well, I think it gives more body sizes
championship
opportunities.
fights. You know what? And it's less weight bullying too. Dudes are fighting in their real weight classes, which is what they should do.
Yeah, because
I think.
like for example, I could go down. Like I want to try to go down to 126. Like I just want to see if I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, but the facts remain like 26, 30, 35. That's where I'm at. But I low key the like 40. I don't know. I could maybe
I don't know,
40, but I don't know.
I don't.
Because 40 is where it starts getting different.
I don't think you going to featherweight is a good idea.
Plus, you got to see how your chin reacts to the shots. You
That's
have
what I
to see
said. I
if
gotta try
power
it. I gotta try it first.
translates. And if your power don't translate, you definitely don't want to go higher. But if your chin suffers, when you get too small, then you got to kind of be cognitive of that as well. And I even now when I spar some of my dudes, but my power translated from when I fought at 155 to when I would fight heavyweights. Like I would bang with Jeff Ford. Jeff Ford was K1 champ and did some boxing, and I would stop him in the ring, and I'm only 5'6 3/4.
Oh
So
yeah.
the power has to translate.
Yeah, I miss the old days with the whatever it was 10, 12 weight classes. I don't like all this new shit. I don't like all these belts. I don't like any of that. But it does make more exciting fights technically because there's more champion fights and makes more champions. But it's a money grab. It's a money grab for the sanctioning bodies to have more weights, more belts to get more sanctioning fees. I mean, all this regular belt. What do they got now?
You got the super champion, you got the regular belt champion. But the only difference is this: the super champion literally picks all of their fights. Like they pick all of their fights. There's no mandatories with the super. So that was like, and then the regular, they have mandatories.
Yeah, that's weird. And when they did it with
they did it for Canelo.
They did it for Lomachenko after Devin Haney took the WBC. That was the first one, and I was like, why would you let him do that when you know he's not trying to fight anybody dangerous at the moment?
That's why they let him do that. They basically let you pay for the belt that you could fight who you want. Just keep a belt.
Yeah, he wouldn't fight Shakur. He wouldn't fight Haney.
These belts would all be. This is what I'm trying to say. Like these belts would all wither away, disintegrate into oblivion if everybody stopped recognizing them. If the fighters are like, I'm not paying the sanctioning fees. I just care about the ring magazine belt, which doesn't charge me.
But for casuals, like you know the business side of it, Marco. For casuals, the belt do mean something.
For now.
Not really, because on the business side, when you got that belt, you got to pay more money any damn way.
Well, no, the casuals.
No, we're not saying for the
matter, Mikala. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think they really care.
I think what matters is the stars who endorse the belts. If Canelo,
look, like I'm saying like this, my auntie that don't know nothing about boxing, right? When she comes in, she go, "Oh, yeah, you going to your match? Yeah, I'm about to fight the Netflix Super Bowl champion." She don't know what none of that means, but she knows I'm about to go fight a champion. That fight's important. That's what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get that. But we need one. This is not a team sport.
The only belt that matters is the lineal. At the end of the day, that's the man that beat the man. So that's the only belt that matters. I like the other belts because then that makes champions fight champions, and you get more bigger build. You got your section over here. I got the WBA. And Marco, you got the WBO. You got your section. Who's the real champ?
But excitement is excitement, and if it's not exciting, I don't think anybody gives a fuck that there's two pieces of brass coming out on belts that people. If it's boring, it's boring. You know what I mean? Like if it's exciting, it's exciting. And that's what makes fighters really popular. Most of them is because they're exciting fighters.
Yeah.
I think it's going to eventually. I hope the sanctioning bodies get obsolete. I really do.
I think it's going to take more than a sanctioning body, because if anything, like you see how Turkey is trying to come into the game. Say they try to really block him out.
Shit.
He could create his own sanctioning body and his own belt.
He's already doing that.
That's what he's doing. It's the ring magazine.
And that's what you're going to see.
But that's what he's doing, and and he's grabbing the most recognized, one of the most recognized belts in history, which is a Ring magazine belt, like, and which is the lineal. Like, I know the lineal technically isn't Ring, but the Ring always recognizes the lineal, so it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
You seen it happen when Amir Khan started with the Everlast, because that's the first thing he did. He ran to the Ring magazine, and then he hooked up with Sheikh Al Turki. So this is what's going to happen with anybody who has money that feels locked out and can't get a hold of something. They're just going to create their own situation.
I do feel like this system would work, right? I feel like, yeah, we go with the TKO, with the with the one belt that really matters. But I think we keep the other belts. And it's almost a situation like you have now, regional belts, junior belts. You know what I'm saying? You have smaller belts that guys can grab, but this is the one that really matters. And if you do it that way, then there's money there for everybody, because you're gonna have to build yourself on the way up. You build yourself on the way up, you get a WBA, a WBO, WBC, you get all of that. But at the end of the day, the belt that matters is the man that beat the man. We go to the lineal, you know what I'm saying? You get the TKO fight, and then you go from there, and they fight off of their ranking system.
So
let me give you a
hold on. Let me respond to this here.
Yeah,
one belt is terrible. It doesn't give as many fighters chances at fighting big names. What does a big name have to do with the belt, TCP? Nothing. Big names still fight big names because you still gotta line yourself up to get to that belt. How do you think it was back literally for 150 years before there was many belts? You're trying to tell me boxing was way more popular when there was one belt. What are you talking about? Way more popular.
I don't think that you can equate the popularity of boxing with the one belt. Literally, there was a smaller pool of fighters, and boxing was the top 3 sport, top 3 sport in the world.
Because of the way it was being run.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you can equate, because if there was 4 belts, then
I'm not saying it's because of the belt. I'm just saying as a point, like, look how well it worked with one belt. Saying that fights won't be exciting with just one belt is bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying this. You get a Gervonta Tank Davis, and there's only one belt at 35. That's a problem. He doesn't fight nobody.
Well,
nobody ever gets a chance at being a champion.
Though. Back in that day, they didn't let dudes just hold on to shit because it wasn't about sanctioning fees and money. There was no actual sanctioning bodies. Did you know that? Did you know up until?
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so no, that wouldn't matter. They'd fucking strip it, or they wouldn't recognize them anymore. Easy.
And on top of that, and it's funny because
with no sanctioning body, who strips him?
I was getting ready to speak on him,
right?
It
was the people.
Gervonta is the most watched.
And it was athletic commission, whoever had it. The people just wouldn't recognize him. It was all word of mouth back then. It was literally, there was no tangible belt. There was nothing. People just said, oh, he won. He beat him. Okay. He beat him. Okay. That's how it went.
It was basically a popularity contest.
No, it's how
he would win.
Being the man, you got to fight to be the man.
You have to win or lose. But if you sit there and hold it and don't fight, then the people are like, okay, no.
Stripped.
Yeah, the 1 and the 2 fight, and
Yeah, for Davis, for instance, though, because I was getting ready to speak on him, he is the most popular at the weight. Now, with him being the most popular at the weight, he attracts all the fans. But what belt does he have? The IBF. So in the WBO, in some instances, he had that IBF early. I think he
the IBF early.
Now he's got the WBO. He doesn't have a mainstay belt. It's a newer belt that now people are starting to recognize. The WBO wasn't around like that. It was the WBC, the WBA, and it was the IBF. And we didn't really look at the IBF as a big deal at the time.
None of this.
So he's the man. But
he has the WBA belt, not the WBO.
None of this shit even matters because we all know there's tons of champions today that shouldn't be, right? Correct. So it's like, and we know that as fans, as boxing hardcores, whatever, we know that Rolly, for example, when he beat Barroso, he shouldn't have been a champion. He shouldn't have been fighting for that belt, but he shouldn't have been a champion. And we didn't recognize Rolly as a real champion.
That belt wasn't for Rolly. They were trying to set it up for Haney and Ryan to be for a belt.
Exactly. So
and they fucked up.
Right. So it's like it's funny because like people want to have belts, but then are real quick to look at situations like that and be like, but that doesn't count.
I mean, it does count because this is the thing. This is the thing though. Sanctioning bodies are businesses. Promotions are businesses. They're all businesses. They're trying to. They tried to set up for a popular fighter to have a belt, so they can, put on sanctioning fees on that big fight. Haney and Garcia, the rematch. Haney wasn't opposed to it. He's trying to snatch up a belt at 47. He doesn't need it because of his popularity, but that's gonna do wonders for him and the sanctioning fees. So they tried to set it up, but this is the thing about boxing, and like I know all too well, you can't determine what's gonna happen in that ring. So you could try to set up things all you want. Turkey's tried to set up fights ahead of time. These sanctioning bodies are trying to find ways to craft the guys that they want into the spots. For an example, again, Pacquiao comes back after 4 years. They throw him on the rankings. This is a travesty. This is crazy. He didn't have to work his way up. They gave him a opportunity at a belt.
I kind of agree with that because of the legend that he is. I don't think that was that crazy for me. But
I don't think it was that crazy. But the thing is this: if you do that, then how many other times have you done that and we haven't even paid attention? Like, for example, I know a common practice with the sanctioning bodies is this: I need to fight somebody within the top 10 or the top 15 to elevate me to a mandatory or something like that. They'll literally rank somebody that my opponent comes out of nowhere, gets ranked. He's ranked 9. I beat him. Now I have a top 10 win. You know what I'm saying? And it's all orchestrated.
This is why, first off, this is why boxing, one, I think needs to have a league and dudes need to be drafted. There needs to be less fighters at the highest
drafted
level.
To promotions?
No, drafted into the league like the NBA does. That's what there needs to be.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Fighters.
Who drafted to where? Where you
drafted into a league? But
the league, the NBA has teams. The NFL has teams.
Right.
So what are you going to be drafted to? The promotions?
No, into the league. You don't. Okay, you're drafted to a team, but the team is in the league.
That's what I'm saying. That would make sense if you do promotions.
No. Listen to me.
If you have a set of 4 promotions that make up a league and you get drafted to the promotion.
That's not what I'm saying. No. I'm saying that this is a team. First of all, this is another thing that confuses people. Boxing is a single man sport. It's not a fucking league. So that's why numerous belts are to my opinion, silly as shit. It's one-on-one sport. This is not a team.
It just makes it harder for people to track. Basically.
I disagree. There's a league. It's like this. It's like being accepted into a fraternity. You're accepted or you're not. Once you're drafted, you're in that fraternity. It's the same thing.
So what happens just like in the NBA when you want to freeze a guy out? You get a guy that's super talented. Hey, we don't want to have to deal with that challenge. Don't draft him in the league. You freeze a guy out. So now a guy gets less opportunities.
You're talking about corruption. Okay, there's corruption now. Corruption. Way worse. Yeah,
so,
how is that way worse?
Terrence Crawford was frozen out from fighting, and when he did, he cleared out all of that nonsense when he got rid of Spence.
I don't know about all this freezing out shit. We're talking about corruption within the league. There's corruption.
He wasn't fighting Crawford
outside the league. There's going to be corruption everywhere. So I mean, let's.
I
just think that the pool of fighters needs to be cut shorter with way more talent.
Well, look at what you say,
and then everybody gets, and then because my college is like, oh well, if somebody can come out of nowhere and be ranked, but if you have a league, you already have the most talented fighters in that league, and they're all fucking vying for the number 1 spot, and it's a little bit less of them, but the quality is way higher.
Well, so you have a league. It should be. Yeah, you got a boxing league though. You got a couple of them where they have teams inside the league, and this team fights that team.
But you guys shouldn't be bringing up teams because boxing is not a team sport. This would be a league, a one-on-one league, not a team. Just because I say league doesn't mean it has to be teams.
I'm telling you what's in the league that they have now. So
who's going to be managing? That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense.
Who's going to be managing what?
So you get drafted into. Now this is the thing though.
I'm listening.
None of this never makes. This ain't gonna be good for the fighter or the consumer.
Why?
This is what's wrong with the UFC right now. Guys can only go to the UFC to make money. You know why? Because he bought out all the other promotions. All roads lead to the UFC. That's great for the consumer, and that the only thing I have to pay attention to in MMA is the UFC. All I think I have to keep up with is the UFC. So that's great because that keeps you casually engaged. You don't have to keep up and keep track with a lot of things like you do in boxing.
And it keeps the structure.
Right, but this is where it sucks for the fighter, and this is where it sucks for the consumer now. As years go on And now Dana White's been able to control. He kept Conor McGregor, one of the biggest faces and names, out of the sport, because guess what? Where's Conor McGregor going to fight? There's nowhere else for him to
Why
fight.
did he
There's
keep
no
him out of the
competition.
sport? What was the
Because he
reason
had
for
an
it?
issue with Conor. He just didn't like Conor.
So that's
Him
what
and
you
Conor
guys.
were going
'Cause
back
I
and forth.
I see Mo talking about that here. So you guys are talking about you're worried about if one person runs it, then he'll not. Well, I don't know about that's stupid because a businessman would want to have somebody as
But he
popular.
can't go fight nowhere else. He's in a monopoly. So guess what? I could put you on ice. Where else you gonna fight,
Well,
Conor?
that's what you mean. Well, same
He
thing in
can
the
fight
NWA.
PFL.
I mean,
He
not the
can fight.
NWA. The
No,
NBA.
he can't. He signed to that contract. It's over with. He signed to the UFC. He couldn't even go pay. He couldn't even go fight Floyd Mayweather without paying Dana White, and Dana White blocked that for 2 years.
This happens
his
in the
manager.
NWA.
You gotta do that.
Hold on a second. This happens in the NBA as well, right?
Yeah, it's when you in a management.
It happens in anywhere with a league.
You can't.
So
just
if it's
go
okay
out
with all
and
these
do what
other
you
leagues,
wanna
why
do.
for boxing is it so?
Because we don't have that
Provocative.
problem. That's what makes boxing
But we
unique.
have so many more problems.
Yes,
That's
we
I
the
mean, you're
point
always
here.
going to have problems.
Not
You're always going to have
man.
problems.
Boxing is broke
Listen,
like
as a
fracture.
fight promoter, when you
You're not even going to have promoters in the league. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You don't
Ain't
need
going to be no
you
promoters.
gotta
You
have
just had a
one
league.
running. Somebody's
you don't
gotta
need a
fit the
promoter
purse
for
up.
leagues running it.
So
The
that
league
makes
is
no
the
sense.
promoter.
You got to have a promoter. Yeah.
Not
Otherwise,
if you're
you
in a
can't have a
league.
fight. So if you a fight promoter,
Goodness.
you got to go by your bond. You have to put it. You don't even have to use the boxing commission. This is what's crazy. First, you get a bond. If you get a bond, you can put your own officiation around the ring, which we've done out here before. Now, the only issue is you have to get your fighters that you want, and you have to pay them. I'm not going to force a fighter out just because he's nice. I'm going to force a fighter out because he's doing other stuff.
1 second.
But if
This
I'm
is the problem here. You guys are focusing on the problems that might happen in the league, but these leagues are way more successful and better run than how boxing has been. Like, yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but boxing is so much more fractured than any other sport. Like, I don't. So it's like you got to take one or the other. You want to keep it the way it is. That's fucking 1,000 times worse. So I'm not saying it'll be perfect, but way better than it's been. We wouldn't even be talking about this if boxing was working. This wouldn't even be a conversation.
Right, but what I'm saying is this: if you're under a management contract with a promoter or a promotion, and you expect to skip paying them after they footed the bill for
You're
your
talking
gym
about
and all
if you're talking about if a fighter enters a league and they're already under.
Yeah.
Well,
Or-
yeah, that's gonna
yeah.
there's gonna take time
yeah,
for all
of
that.
course you're gonna have a problem.
There's gonna take a transition time for that to be worked out. Obviously, it's not. You
Yeah.
can't just jump into
You're
it.
not going nowhere.
That's why Turkey's working with all these promoters right now.
Exactly.
He's not stupid.
Exactly.
He wants
And
to get
this way,
everybody in and
he
slowly,
doesn't push them out. Yeah,
or maybe keep them because he has 31 billion a year. Maybe
Well,
he just keeps them. Who
Well,
cares?
look what he did. He grabbed Dana White, who manages fighters, so he doesn't have to deal with the headache of that. And then he puts the promotion on, puts up the money, while Dana is in charge of what that fighter can do and cannot do.
Right. And you know what the difference is too? The NBA, Yayan is saying they've been around a long time. Right. It's a transition period. But the NBA started where nobody gave a fuck. Boxing's in a different situation. It's starting where it has a huge fan base and a long history. So it will be a transition period, maybe even a little messy. I don't know. But I think it'll end up better over time.
Yeah. And Conor could fight. Conor could go fight. The problem is you are under management. So you need to talk to your management. You can't be the champion of my promotion, go over there and get knocked out by a nobody in a different sport, because look how you make the sport look. So this was Dana's main conflict. The fact that him and Floyd fought was not a problem after he felt that Conor might make a good acquittal of himself, or after Conor lost, which he did to Khabib Nurmagomedov. So now you got a new champion to carry the flag.
I just think that, boxing's also the only professional sport where, depending on the state, but for the most part, anybody could turn pro. Anybody. There's zero prerequisite for turning. When I turned pro, you had to have amateur experience. They had to know you. This was in New York. I don't know how it was. This was, I turned pro in 2000.
Every commission is different.
Right. But for the most part, and we know this because we see the skills a lot of these guys, the quote unquote cans or whatever. So anybody could turn pro. And I think that needs to change. I love the idea of a draft. Love it. Love the idea of a draft.
That's at the higher level. Now you
Pro.
this is the biggest issue with boxing right now. There is a huge disconnect from the grassroots level to the top level. And, and guys aren't able to build the followings that we want them to build because there's no work put in at the grassroots level. We want to just throw everybody up there and just star. You got to build an actual following. You have to have a core following of followers that are going to be with you regardless of win, lose, draw, that are invested in you as a fighter. And this is and that's the problem with U.S. boxing as compared to UK boxing. In the UK, they build with these guys they know these guys from the amateurs all the way to them turning pro, and they with them. They with their fighter.
Right.
But here, no, trash. You're trash. You're garbage. You're this. You're that.
A league would solve all that.
Silver gloves.
How? You're never going to even make it to the league. It's only going to be the cream of the crop.
You got to be good enough. That's the same thing like every other sport. You got to be good enough.
That's less money made for everybody. That is issue. So a guy like me has no hope of making any money in boxing at all.
Bullshit.
And then how do you develop?
That's not true.
You just need the right promoter.
See, I was thinking that's where you're coming from because you just started not too long ago, man. You got time. You got experience. It takes time.
Hey, I know it takes time, but on the way up, I got to be able to make money. If there is no club level, there is no boxing like that. There is no boxing in the middle of West Virginia having fun. And then I don't make money.
What kind of money are you making now? Like come-ups don't make that much money in boxing. Like nobody makes money in boxing.
That's what I'm saying. Come-ups don't make that much money, but at the end of the day, I'm able to finesse the shit. As an amateur, I'm making $600-700 a fight just in sponsorships and doing.
Word?
Yeah, that's it.
Good for you. That's dope. Good for you.
That's because I grind, because I hustle my ass off.
Well, then somebody like you can grind it, even if there was a league. You'll find a way. You know, it's all about the skill, really, at the end of the day. It's all about the talent and the skill. That's what's all, and that's what these sports should be. You know what I mean? Because boxing, let's not forget, not only is it boring to watch not talented fighters, it's also dangerous. They could die.
It's dangerous.
You know what I'm saying? They could die. Any other sport, you get your ankles broken on the court, you're not going to die. You just be embarrassed a little bit.
Yeah, it's like the fights that I've been offered pro right now. Like they're trying to shark me. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to
they want to put you in against experienced guys, right?
Put you in so you could get knocked out.
Yeah,
you a name builder until you build your name. So, yeah, like I said, when you're dealing with a promoter, he's not gonna just let you fight anybody. And that's part of the
promoters aren't corrupt.
Right there.
No, promoters are corrupt as fuck. Like this is the thing. I had a guy try to sign me, and he was gonna sign me to a 2-fight deal, right? But I had to look at the situation. He had a young kid that's a 130-pounder that he was really just trying to build. So he was selling me all this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how
put you against him so you could lose. Damn.
We're gonna see how all this is gonna go. One. This, that. And one of my older guys or whatever in the gym, he like, bro, I know him. This is what he about to do. He about to the first fight. He probably put you in there with a candidate, somebody you can beat or whatever. He gonna put you on his undercard. They're gonna try to build that fight. He's only giving you a 2-fight deal so you could fight, dude. That's it. You know, like he's not trying to build your career, build with you at all.
Did you ask him? Were you like, am I gonna fight this dude next?
No, I didn't put him on Front Street. Once I kind of found it out, I kept the relationship still good. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't feel comfortable yet. My coaches don't feel comfortable. Let me keep fighting in the amateurs, and then I'll get back to you, bro. Let me just.
And this is why being somebody who's you're 30 something, right?
34. Yeah.
This is why being your age is a plus. Me, when I'm in my early 20s, I would have been like, wait, trying to make me fight this fuck? I would have lost it on him. But you're smart. You're smart.
Yeah, I played the angle. I played the angle because I might have to double back on him. I might need him for a fight contract.
That's smart. I would have been like, what the fuck you doing? You trying to throw me to the Sharks? You know, like I would have asked him straight up, am I fighting this guy next? Is that the plan here?
Yeah,
that's how they do you. And now the question is, because remember, you're 34, so you're in the middle, you in your prime, about to pass it.
Yeah.
How long
he's not passing it that early because he just started, so he has no mileage.
I don't have a lot of mileage on my brain.
Right. But when you turn like 38 and 40 and looking at that championship shot, the question is, how does your chin still hold up in your age, right? So the question is, how long will you straddle the fence before you step in there and get busy?
See,
you calling me Andre? You calling me Andre because Andre is my man?
No, not you. She's calling Mikhail Boo Boo.
Nah, he calling me Andre because that's my man.
Oh, she's talking to Mikhail because the way.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
They
That's
usually
that's
call
racist,
me.
Clarissa. I know you're black too. But that's racist.
They used to,
I,
they
I
used to
take it. I
call
take
me
it.
that. That's funny.
I take it.
Andre
Nah,
got skills,
but
yo.
for my plan right now, this will be my 4th USA boxing fight this year at Border Wars, and the plan is to wrap up at
I
least
wish I
like
could. You know what? If they would have like the community would have flew me out there, I would have definitely did your corner. I didn't even know Border Wars was happening until you told me like last week. It was too late.
yeah. I wish we could have got
Who you
that
fighting?
together.
Who you fighting?
Kid named Andres. I forget his last name.
Did you see
Pressure, pressure fighter.
you see clips?
Yeah,
What do you,
19 pressure fighter. Not a lot
he's
of patience.
19.
Yeah,
What do you think? Does he look experienced at all? Does he look green?
he's got like 3 fights, so he's got some ring experience. I think that just going in for sure, he's fighting in front of his home crowd. You know what I'm saying? He's a pressure fighter. He's gonna come forward probably fast and reckless.
Oh, he's from Milwaukee?
Yeah, he's from Milwaukee. So it'll be that first round. I just gotta chill, man. I gotta chill, be defensively responsible, start the jab and go to the body.
Can you drive there from Ohio or you gotta fly?
No, I'm driving.
Well, how long does that take?
Like 4.5 hours, something like that.
Okay. And who's working your corner?
My coach should be there. We're working that out right now.
Oh, the coach you have? Okay.
Yeah. So like right now, like I told you, like literally just because how hard I work and how hard I grind. So a gym basically adopted me type thing. You know what I mean? Like
that's how it used to be back in the day, Macau, with everybody. That's how they used to be.
Yeah. So that they were like, look, we know you can't pay fees, so you can't come in here all the time. But like when I come in there to spar, they coach me up. They've cornered me a few times. So then my strength and conditioning coach is who actually works my corner sometimes when I go and I can't bring my other coaches. So basically, while they're sitting there coaching me up ringside, he's sitting there soaking it all in the game plan or whatever. And so we make it work, man. We just make it work.
I am downloading the video you sent me now. I'll play it. It's a drop box. Okay, I can play it right. You want me to play it right now?
Yeah, you play.
All right, this is Macau. When was this sparring for everybody?
This was like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. This is Macau sparring. Is that your back toward us?
Yeah. That's me and the Christmas fans.
Christmas pants. All right. Here we go.
Bring the gift.
You know what? I like it already. You seem way more stable on your feet than the last time I saw you. Okay, a lot of movement.
Pop that jab.
A lot of movement. This is the first round?
Yeah, first round.
Okay, so you're still feeling him out. All right.
He's southpaw. I ain't gonna lie, he tricky as hell. He's like the best in the gym, one of the best.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay.
More jab.
So you're moving a lot. Oh, nice shot. Caught him coming in. Knocked him off balance. Yo, you knocked the kickstand out from under him. Good shot. Good shot. Caught him. See, that was timing. You didn't have a lot on that shot because you're moving too much, but that was good timing. Good time.
If he start to crowd you, just clenching.
All right, so right there, your energy you're giving, you see how it's when it comes close, you kind of you push it. You're giving off slight anxious vibes, and dudes can smell that. Yeah. So I'm not saying you shouldn't be anxious because it's part of boxing, but learn how to conceal it way better. Because all this does, even though you're hitting him, funny enough, you're winning the round so far, but now he's like, oh, this guy's scared. Let me get him.
Yeah, he's gonna push harder.
Right. So try not to move back. Like take one long step. Can you see me in the camera? I don't know because I'm playing.
Yeah, I can see.
Take one long step back like this. Mm-hmm. Boom. Instead of you're kind of like this. Just take one long glide back and just stick. Okay. Because then it gets you out of range, but makes you think like, but I'm right here, bitch. Come on.
Yeah, and I'm more settled for the counter.
Yes, exactly. So just take that long glide back. But you're looking good so far.
And let him crowd if he get close to crowding, just grab his arms.
So I like what you did. You had your guard, and then you made him think you were just going to earmuff it, then you popped them, which is good because it snoozes them into sleep. Okay, so you're keeping good distance. So you see how right there, how you kind of stuttered out, as opposed to like the one long glide.
Yeah, I'm using too much energy.
Yeah. You are a lot of it. It's emotional. It's draining the shit out of you emotionally. Good. That was a good counter.
Straight. Now, what are you looking for? Are you
Good
looking?
count.
What punches are you looking to hit him with as you see
Okay,
him
so
coming in?
real quick,
Set
so
up my straight right hand.
right there, when he comes at you and you're doing this,
Yeah,
right? And I
Give
want
him
you
the
to
fight.
stop and just move all the way down with your waist. Okay,
yeah,
so you'll stay in the pocket and you'll go to the side of him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like if he's
yeah,
hitting
yeah, yeah. Go to the side, so I'm out the lane of getting hit.
and he can't
Yes.
hit you, and he doesn't think you're running, and you're
Yeah,
not. Most importantly, you're not draining that gas tank.
yeah. He's a lot bigger than me too, so sometimes that's my
It looks like
hesitation.
it. Yeah.
Hesitation. Yeah, he's a 47 pounder.
Okay. It looks like it. I get it. I get it.
He's stronger than me, so I'll be like I'm a little hesitant to get in the pocket with him because I can't really bump him off and do like what I want to do.
We got one more round here. He sent me 2 of these. I'm gonna play the other one.
That's when you touch. Make sure you, if he get close, because you see how he getting real close, you're
Yeah,
gonna start to smother his punches. So
yeah,
just tie him up and then lean on him. You the taller fighter,
All right, here's
it'll
the
make
next
him
one.
get tireder. And look for your uppercut because he keeps ducking.
Here we go. All right.
that right hand.
Here we go.
The jab, everything. The jab is just to make him move in position for the shot you're gonna hit him with.
So he has
He'll
his
duck.
hand low, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when somebody's hand is low like that, try to shoot in with either a straight right or a
Yes.
jab, and then just shoot in out of nowhere. Like as okay, that was good. That was good right there. But you see how you're not throwing a lot behind it because you're too worried about what's coming back at you.
Yeah,
Hey, right there, those are not hard at all. You're just trying to tip and jump out.
Like your light sparring. Never hit like you trying to be their friend. If he there to light you up, light his ass up.
That's good head movement right there. How you were just doing good head movement. There you go. Now you're on him, making him move back. Perfect.
Working.
Yeah, I agree with those light punches every now and then, but you want him to respect you. You want him to stop coming at you like a freight train. You want him to think, well, what am I going to walk into? I'm not saying all of them should be super hard. That's good movement right there.
Pop that jab.
Ooh,
Nice straight.
yeah, he caught you with a jab, but you hit him with a straight. All right, good movement. One thing I don't see you utilizing, Mikal, very few uppercuts when you're in close.
yeah.
More uppercuts. There are more uppercuts.
That's what I hit him with on the ropes. I don't know why I didn't use it more when I got in close.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of the hooks, but if you could do a couple of those to distract him and come up the middle. Nice. Yeah, this guy, I could tell this guy's experienced and good. So you're doing very well, considering, and he's bigger than you too.
Yeah, he has 12 fights.
We just 12 amateur.
Yep.
Yeah, but we just want to see you conserve your energy better. I've been there. That's why I know what this is like. I've been there, where you almost feel like you're fighting for your life. You just want you want to get out unscathed, but it makes you so much more fucking tired when you do it that way. That's good though, man.
Thank
you. Yeah, no, way more improved than the last time I saw you. We need Alberto's advice. Okay, Alberto's at Johnny's house. He's just out on the stoop waiting for Johnny to come home.
Just waiting. Johnny, where are you?
Alberto loves Johnny. No, that was good, man. That was good.
Yeah, I've been working, man. I've been working.
Yeah, that was
Sparring
good.
rounds are starting to actually, and then that was like a couple weeks ago, right? So like all I've been working on is trying to stay calmer, conserve less energy, move when I need to move, not just moving to move. Like over moving a little bit was a problem we've seen running back to sparring and stuff. So the last couple weeks it's been looking like a lot better. I've been a lot calmer in the pocket. I got caught a few times, like maybe sitting in the pocket a tick too long. You know what I mean, just trying to perfect my distance management and leading the dance, even like with just feints. You know what I mean? Just getting them to kind of react and then picking my shots a little bit better, sitting down on the punch. I actually knocked a guy out the ring last Wednesday. Yeah, it was a dude being lightweight, taking advantage of me getting my cardio and stuff back. So I said in my head, before camp is over, I'm gonna kick his ass. Always hitting on the brakes and hitting me in the back of the head, doing all that extra shit. So I'm like, before this, you know what I'm saying, we done sparring for this camp, I'm gonna kick it, and I kicked his ass. hit him with a straight right hand. He fell through the ropes.
Good. Now you caught this guy with a couple good shots. Your timing is good. Your IQ is good. I just want to see you snapping every shot as much as you can.
Yeah.
And the foot, yeah, you don't drain. Think of your feet as your gas tank, and the more you move your feet, the more your gas burns.
Yeah.
So when you do this, it's way worse than doing just one of these. You know what I'm saying? But look good though. Look good. I hope you take care of whoever the fuck this is you're fighting. When is the Border Wars? Sunday?
Oh yeah, Saturday coming up.
Saturday. Damn. Have you fought on Border Wars before?
Nope. This will be my first time fighting on Border Wars. But I did those fights out there in West Beach. That was like my first fight experiences. And those like, bro, I encourage anybody with a late start to go out there and do that. Mm-hmm. Having to fight your first time in front of 800, 900, 1100, 1200 people is crazy. And then they got all the lights, cameras, you know what I'm saying? They got the camera all in your face, your ring walk, and it's like, bro, it's crazy energy. So my first fight was in a gym, and it was 950 people like live. Like that is, they're 1 minute rounds. It's just a little brawl, but it's like, bro, just having like I came out that first round, I was so like herky jerky because it's just the energy was just so crazy. I had to settle myself down. It took me to get punched in the face, and it's like, okay, hold on, I gotta fight. Fuck all this. I don't care about nobody out there. You know what I mean? But
right.
That just having to go through that, going back to these smaller gyms and doing these other it's like we're easy. You know,
Jackie says, "Were you nervous?" Of course, he was nervous.
Hell yeah.
Everybody gets nervous.
Everybody nervous before a fight. You ain't nervous before a fight. You on drugs.
Yeah, I hate when people say they're not nervous. Like
everybody nervous. You got to go punch a guy. He about to punch you. You don't know we don't know what's gonna happen. And anything can happen in the ring. You don't know what the fuck is gonna happen.
Damn, person's getting mad racist. Alberto's used to fighting off 5 ICE agents. Wow, she's vicious. I mean, she's Hispanic too, so I guess
Claressa.
She's allowed to say all that.
That was vicious.
Yeah, I haven't seen Alberto in a few days, actually.
Check the hangout spot. He's probably curled up there. He's curled up in the corner at the hangout spot.
A sleeping bag.
Johnny, are we about the podcast? Not yet? Okay. I'm still here.
They don't pay you for Border Wars, right?
No. No. They be having like little side persons and little side, you know what I mean? Little side action going on. You know how that goes, but
Yeah.
Here into the good old USA boxing rules, man. Nobody's getting paid.
It's too bad he doesn't. So wait, how are you getting paid?
What? Sponsorship. Sponsors.
For amateur fights.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just the only thing that's in the rules is that you cannot get paid to fight. So I'm not getting paid to fight. I'm getting paid for representing sponsor a brand. You know what I'm saying? I could get sponsored for anything.
And you said you're getting like 600-700 a fight?
Yeah, on my good fights when I do well. There's been fights where I've only gotten like 250, 300, 200, but for the most part, I'm averaging like 5.
Is that one sponsor, the 5, or is it a couple together?
It just depends on how it shakes. I got sponsors that'll you know what I'm saying? Hey, you sponsored me last fight, you want to sponsor me this fight? You know, they'll I got several of those that are like I got like 4 or 5 people that have businesses that are just really invested in what I'm trying to do. And so I just call on them as I need them. You know what I'm saying? If I don't need you this fight, and so I tell them what they're sponsoring me for. Hey, this is going towards gas. This is going towards me getting new shoes. This is going towards, you know what I'm saying? So I try to be transparent about that, not just sitting here, you know what I mean? But boxing is expensive. Outside of coaching boxing, and I don't have any other job right now or anything outside of doing like, you know, odd jobs and work and stuff like that. So I just tell them my situation and what I'm trying to do. I do like free clinics for the kids, and I coach the kids and stuff like that. So it's just supporting all of that, everything I'm doing.
Damn, so you teach boxing as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
really,
Jesus. Look at this.
Really big in for the kids. Oh, my gosh. What did Alberto do to her? That is vicious. Claressa, I never want to be on your bad side. We are friends.
You don't even know. Her and Attorney Bailey went at it, and she was just – that's because some people were like, she's not a girl because, you know, we never seen her. But the way she was going at him, like that's –
Didn't we hear her talk one time?
One time, yeah. It was her and her friend, yeah. But before that, and I'm like, nah, you see the way she goes at guys, that's a woman for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. Listen, for sure. Guys we are nowhere near as creative or cut to the heart. Like when it comes, like women want to go for your
They
for
got
your
the stamina.
soul. And then they'll keep it going for years. You'll be over it and be like, are we done? Like, no, I still hate you.
Bailey had to throw up a white flag. He's like, okay, I'm done. Please, no more. she kept going.
Please. No more. But and that's another thing that I really want to do when this is all said and done. Is I want to kind of go through and kind of revamp the amateur system, because I think a lot of these kids aren't staying in the amateurs, and they go pro either too soon or they just quit boxing because no one's sitting down and saying, hey, this is how you can get sponsorship and get support for your boxing. Because you know, boxing, it gets to a point where everybody in your family is looking at you like, are you going to keep doing this or are you going to get a real job? What are you doing?
Nah, you know what, Claressa? I remember he said that he told you to stay in the kitchen. That's what set you off.
Oof.
Yeah. She made dumb. Like because she jokes with everybody. She made a minor little joke, and then he was like, "Stay in the kitchen." And that set her off. Like, oh yeah. Y'all make me laugh, man.
Mo brains, man. I gotta get you out. I gotta get you out too. Yeah, you coming up one time when you go into one of these matches. When you go into one of these big fights, man. I'm gonna have to fight somewhere around there. I gotta get Mo brains out.
It's too bad that that the shit's not close to me. Any of these border wars. You know what I mean? It's too bad.
But that's my goal, though. My goal is if I can go out and make a good showing that we can bring one out like my way. You know what I'm saying? Let me be the main event.
Do you think if you fought in Ohio, could you pack in a lot of people, family, friends, all that? Yeah,
for sure. Well,
there's something to be said about that.
We're gonna bring them out. For sure. Like I definitely like because we got about 3 or 4. My local boxing commission got about like 3 or 4 more fights that they're gonna put on, and the LBC, he just our chairman, he just hit me up, was like, "You're fighting on all," because I skipped one of them, and then another one I was in jail for. He's like, "You're fighting all the rest of the shows this year." Like, I'm like, all right, I got you. Alberto picked up a vacant Richmond job. She's not gonna stop. She is not gonna stop.
She's tough, boy.
You kind of do look like Michael Jackson, Yan, because you guys are from the same state, right?
Gary, Indiana, in there.
He's from South Bend. That to me,
he don't look like no Michael Jackson. Yeah,
he looks like a young Michael before all the surgery.
Andre was close, but
no, not him. Yan.
Not me. Yan.
Oh, I'm like, damn, yeah.
Ness has to do border wars in Vegas or Milwaukee to make it profitable. Why? Mo?
Well, that's because that's where they've been selling out. But this is the thing. I know that between the roster of fighters I'm going to be able to put on the show and me, that he'll make his money back just off the local fighters alone, let alone, you know what I'm saying, whoever. And this is the thing. Ohio has lots of border wars fighters for real. You got Quan, you got Yancey that's right there in West Virginia. You've got whatever his name is in Cincinnati. Like, so there's a you got Treese. He's not a fighter, but Treese is out right there out of Toledo. Like, there's a nice little community, you know what I'm saying, of us that's right here in Ohio that we can put together a good show.
You ever met Treese?
See if he help y'all do it, because you're right in. If you're especially if you go to Dayton, this cats who you can just grab from all over the place up and down. I used to live off 1150 Gettysburg. So,
yeah. You right there.
This is how we know Claressa's dating herself. Like, we know her age range when she's bringing up shit like this Pepsi commercial.
Just saying. Ooh, MJ after the Pepsi. Yeah, to know that she's got to at least be mid-30s.
She's in her 40s.
I mean, I know that reference. I'm mid-30s.
You know that reference?
Yeah, Michael Jackson, we burnt his hair.
That happened in like 85. You weren't even born yet.
I know I wasn't born, but I'm saying I'm MJ, like, as being a part of my childhood. MJ was a big part of my childhood, so I know a lot of things.
I'm gonna guess she's in her early 40s. That's my guess. She's never really told us. But
I would say late 30s, early 40s for sure.
You've been getting called MJ. You look nothing like MJ. What you mean?
Are you gonna do it for the hood like Browner? You better know it, and you know I'm gonna do it for the hood, man. You better know it.
Have you never met Treese in person?
No, I haven't met Treese yet. I've gone up and met Quan. Went up there and spar. He's actually out of like one of the best gyms out there in Cleveland. So I was sparring the guys that were around my weight class up there, and both of them are Golden Gloves winners. Like, been to nationals. Like, he's out of a nice gym for real. Like, I actually went up there another time. I went to a different gym, and the Mason brothers was in there. That was crazy.
Abdullah and
Yeah, Abdullah got man. Listen,
he's Ohio.
yeah, he's from Cleveland. They train,
You
they
saw
train
him
and live right
spar.
here.
You saw him
Man,
spar.
listen, yeah, I saw him spark. Man, listen,
Should have got in there.
fuck no, fuck no. That
Nah, he
boy,
would work. See, you should get in there with
fuck
somebody
no.
like him. He would work with you. He's not gonna fucking go.
Nah, listen, I ain't gonna lie. It's different ways we spar out here. Like if you in your gym, they're gonna work with you, right? If you show up to other gyms, be prepared for whatever. You might get in there and just have to fight. You know what I'm saying? You just be prepared.
Yeah, but the coaches should always, like the way when I was coming up, it would always be like the coach would be like, "Look, he's 15," or "Look, he only has 2 fights."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He ain't go. Nah, he wouldn't have killed me in there. But I need to put a little bit more weight on because let me tell you what he walk around and what I walk around is very different. He ain't about to be at 35 for forever. Trust me. He gonna make it to 47. Trust me.
Yeah,
He just young right now. He
he's
just
big.
young. Wait
He's
until
big.
he fill in like for real, like cause he's already huge and he young. Like man, that shit was. I said, man, hold on, cause me and his brother are like similar size for real. I would have got in there with him for sure. I would have got in there with Abel. But he has that like killer instinct. Like you was gonna have to go in there and fight. That wasn't the day for that. Not that day.
La Bamba. Yeah, there's another one. She's dating herself again. La Bamba was a dope movie though. Yeah, I don't know what Alberto looks like. He said he's like darker skin. I don't know. Do you think he's fat, skinny? Who knows?
He's probably a little skinny guy.
He said he's medium. That's what he said, but he says a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's probably a little skinny guy. If he's medium, guys always over. So he's not saying he's a, you know what I'm saying? If he's saying he's medium, he's a little guy. He don't want to say he's little.
Maybe
So
he's
he's
fat.
a little guy.
He might be big.
If he was fat, he would try to say he's a big dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Guys always over.
Yeah.
They always.
You ever see those dudes who are wearing like mad tight shirts and they think they're jacked, but they're just fat?
They're just fat as hell.
Yeah.
Because I'll say if he was fat, he would be like that. Like, oh my, I'm a big. You know what I'm saying? I got like, nah, dude.
Alberto wears a bra.
Like a trainer bra. That's crazy work.
Oh shit!
Oh my goodness, Alberto, defend yourself. Somebody text Alberto, man. This is crazy. Defend yourself.
Yeah, he hasn't been in. I saw him yesterday right before I went to. I turned on my YouTube and Johnny's thing popped up, so I looked at it for a second and Alberto was in there. I had just ended mine. That's what happened, and then a couple of my people were in there and Alberto was in there. Johnny's doing a good job though, man. Good for him.
Nah, Johnny's hustling and grinding for real.
Yeah,
and he's doing a smart thing. He's got access, and he's covering these guys on the way up. You know what I'm saying? He's going to them smaller shows right there in Florida, the MVP shows, and so you getting the access right now. You getting these guys, and they're just gonna let you into the world. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be much more susceptible to talk to you and give you information than anybody else.
Let me tell you something I learned though, Mikhail, right? So when I first started doing this, I don't know how long you've been following me, but like I was very interview heavy. I would interview a lot. That was my shit, just interview. And I was making some okay money. Like I was getting some views, because I also have access to these old school dudes. Like I remember for Crawford Spence, I interviewed Winky Wright, Shane Mosley, like asking him, who do you think's going to win? And it was getting a lot of views. But one thing I learned, so you talk about the guys who are upcoming, okay, but fighters get old and retire. Fighters lose when they shouldn't and get out of the spotlight. I learned that when I didn't have these interviews, I wasn't getting a lot of views. I learned that I have to make my voice the commodity. What I'm doing. That's when I started doing my videos. So while interviewing is dope and it's more profitable, actually, if you could keep like that dude Mill City. That's all he does, right? And he's great at it. But I want to make my voice the commodity. I don't want to worry about other fighters because really, you don't have a contract with them. They have no, what's the word? They have no the tie to have to, do shit.
Not at all.
So
but when I look at the rise, you look at it like at any podcaster on the boxing side, like rise when they kind of push the envelope is when they were attached to for example Ness. It was Wilder. I don't think there's no fighter I feel like that's been attached to showbiz necessarily. He just was able to create, like you said, his own voice, unique. But I think it has to be a blend of the two, because you being the voice for that fighter, or being the key media person for that fighter, having the insider, being the insider guy for that, will also introduce you to a broader audience. But if you don't have your own voice along with that, then they're not going to stay.
I
It's just
agree.
going to be.
No, you're right. You're right. But like, nobody is the voice for once. Like, all these guys, we all do the same interviews. Ellie Sekback, Radio Raheem, they all talk to the same. We all talk to the same people. It's like, I don't know. I just
No, I'm saying, but it's that's what you're right. It's your voice. It's your relationship, your interview style, you know what I'm
right,
saying? You have to have your own character. It's not just about talking to the guy and asking, so, what are you gonna, like, you ask all the same BS questions. What are you gonna do? What rounds are gonna be in? You got a
right,
prediction for us? Like, it's all the
right.
same stuff. But if you have a unique, like showbiz, for example, showbiz is just a strange character. So
Yeah,
when
he
you
is.
put this strange character with these fighters, it's a interesting interaction, because he's just like, I don't know, a weird boxing fan.
He's a yeah.
He's
You
gonna
see
say he's
that?
different. He's just different, and so it's like you got this different guy interviewing these guys. There's different interactions than what you get with a
Yeah,
Max Kellerman, where
absolutely.
Max
His
Kellerman's more
takes.
renowned.
He also has his takes. I don't. I'm not. I don't think he focuses really on being a boxing analyst. I mean,
No,
showbiz.
he knows his boxing.
No, he
I
does.
had that
But he
I
used to
had that
box.
opinion. I had that opinion at first. I'm like, this dude is just for the super casuals. He's a super casual. He's getting all these views. He's
No, he knows boxing, but
and then
I
he's
don't
a
agree
former
with a lot
boxer.
of his takes. I also I've watched him commentate fights, but see, that's what I want to do. I want to be a fight commentator. I don't think that's his strong suit, commentating. His
no,
strong suit is other shit.
no. I think, okay. So like, you remember the commentaries from back in the day? You had the blow by blow, and you had the color analyst. You see what I'm saying? You have a unique skill set in that you can both be, because you fought and have an eye for the sport, the blow by blow, and
The color, yeah.
you can give your own color. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Where
Right.
him, like, you watch his
He's
fight
color.
watch alongs, he's just all color. You know what I'm saying? He's,
Oh, good
but he's
left
not
hook, good left
calling.
hook. Oh,
But he's
good
not
left hook.
calling the action. He's not calling
No.
the actual action,
He's not
because he doesn't
talking
have the
about
eye
it.
for that.
Right, and he's not giving any background. So blah blah blah, and his trainer, it's just all good left hook. Oh, good right hook.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't know who
that's
threw
all
it,
he
who
does.
got hit, none of that.
And
He
I know
tells you afterwards.
yeah, I'm a little jealous, I guess, because I'd like to be in his position, but
I think you will
Well,
be. I
you
think it's
build up.
just
All you got to do is
yeah.
call the fights. I mean, if you look at now, this is one thing I'm gonna give KQ.
oh
KC.
shit,
He's old school call. Like there's an old school commentator who he doesn't like. I can't remember the name, but he'll call every single thing that's happening, but he doesn't necessarily know the types of punches being thrown or what's landing. But because he's constant with it and telling you what's happening, it becomes energetic and it's exciting.
yeah.
Now he if he knew a little more about what's happening in the ring, he would be absolutely awesome with it.
Yeah.
But he has subscriptions to every boxing joint, to the Zone, ESPN Plus, so he's never gonna miss a bout.
Right. What's up, Alberto? You're like Beetlejuice. You said your name 3 times, you appeared.
Yeah,
Got
say
a lot
my
of
name.
makeup beef, Alberto. They was talking crazy.
Clarissa was going at you.
You guys are talking greasy?
Clarissa
They was
was.
talking
I mean,
greasy on
I
you.
talk a little greasy. I said you were sleeping in a sleeping bag in front of Johnny's stoop, waiting for his life to start. So I said
That's
that.
crazy, Mark. That's nasty.
And then Clarissa went at you. You know how she is, though.
You know, Uncle Johnny take you in if you was out there on the streets. You know, you could
Yeah,
go sleep
Johnny's a
over
good
at the
guy.
hangout
I
spot.
think he'll let me sleep over. Pause.
Oh, I'm telling Johnny, you said you want him to come in your room at night. That's gross.
That's a crazy misrepresentation of what I just said.
Okay,
I said if I was down bad
that's true.
and I
That's
needed
true.
a place to crash, I think Johnny wouldn't oppose that. But Marco, did y'all talk about the fights already? Yesterday's fights?
Yeah, a little bit. We're jumping all over the place.
Okay, I just want to get this off real quick. I feel like Zayas, not a good look yesterday. It's not a good look.
Yeah, I don't think he looked great either.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to explain it to John. Like, this is the first time me and Johnny had to disagree on the topic.
Oh no.
Like, yeah, because Johnny is like, to the moon and stars with his
Oh,
eyes.
see, Johnny's a little biased. It's the Puerto Rican thing, probably.
Not for sure.
Johnny could be like Johnny knows boxing really well, but sometimes he's biased. He doesn't. I don't think he realizes it.
Have you ever spoke to him about Brian Norman Jr.?
Yeah. The thing is, I agree that Brian Norman Jr. might be might see the difference is I say might, he says definitely. I think
I just want to know what the game plan is going to be because is Haney punching at 47 like that? We don't know. He didn't show it in the last fight,
probably
so
not.
I would assume that he's not punching like that at 47, which means that he better become a defensive master.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to mute Alberto because he's taking another piss.
Always with the pee.
I don't know if that's peeing or if he.
No. This is a cure. I'm literally making a coffee.
Do you live down by
Every
a river?
time.
He lives by a creek.
Great.
Marco, why do you say that?
Because it's always just slightly, gently dripping into the fucking pond.
No, Marco, it's literally 9:50 in the West Coast. I'm literally just got up and made coffee.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, no,
like drizzle,
Marco, guys, fellas. So basically, I was trying to tell Johnny, like, this Zayas kid, yeah, he's 22, but he's about to be 23 next month. So let's just call it what he's 23 years of age. He's been signed to Top Rank since he was 16, right? So since he was 16 to the age of 23, he's had 7 years to just devote his life to boxing. He hasn't had to work a construction job or, he's had a chef his whole life. Like, he's had all those luxuries. That's not the performance you give on your platform's last, show. To me, he just kind of, after the 5th round, he kind of just got sick of like exchanging with Chino, and he kind of just went into cruise control, because he was levels above dude. I feel like he didn't take enough chances when he could have, and that was my criticism. Like, that's why the sport is dying. Because
well, yeah, go ahead. My phone.
No, that was basically it for me, Macau. Like, basically, like if there was a casual who happened to turn that shit on ESPN last night and they saw just the last 6 rounds, like, the dude literally took off the last 3 rounds, in my opinion.
This is the thing though. Like, I knew that was gonna be a tough fight from the jump. If you've seen dudes fight against Conwell,
keep it going. I'm gonna step away for a second, but keep it going.
I got you. If you've seen dudes fight against Conwell, the other day, like Chino's fight against Conwell, that's what really got him this fight. He deserved that title shot, and the like he's a tough out. I think Zayas hasn't completely. We're saying he's young. He hasn't completely grown into his man body yet. So we really don't know. Like, he doesn't have his full strength. He's still fighting with 23-year-old strength, which is like a lot of good energy, a lot of, you know what I'm saying. He's shown himself to be durable. He's not like scared of exchanging, but he wasn't gonna get that guy out of there. It was gonna take something spectacular, and I don't think that Zayas is a spectacular puncher. So once you know that you're not about to get that guy out of there, at that point, now exchanging with him, you're just giving him an opportunity to land something and embarrass you. So he once he realized what he had in front of him, he did what he needed to do to win the fight. Because as the A side, it would have been, yes, it was not an impressive win, but it would have been a lot more detrimental to his career had he got caught, dropped, or something else of that matter would have happened.
Correct. And he's fighting at his peak level right now. I think okay, fortunate you got the belt, but really, who are you when we look at these other fighters in your division? You got Crawford in there. You got what's our tall guy's name? The skyscraper.
Pandora.
Yeah, who are you when we look at? I don't even think. I think Zoo did the wrong thing. I think if Zoo went after Zayas, he would have got the belt back.
Ooh,
yeah, he would have pounded his ass.
I don't know if Top Rank makes that fight.
I think a lot of people are gonna go after Zayas now.
Hey, real quick, Marco. I was watching Replay Gang. I was watching your show yesterday. I like how you just like were sick of what everyone was saying and you just cut the TV off.
No, I didn't cut it off. No, I didn't cut it off. The fucking Wi-Fi. this house, since I moved here, every now and then the power just goes off for like 3 seconds. The whole house just goes off for no fucking reason.
my God, that's cap. It kind of looked like
I
you were hitting.
swear
the
to God, the
buttons.
power goes off for like 3. It's been happening, I want to say roughly once a month. Just goes off for no reason. And it
Oh,
comes
God.
back on. And
I thought it's because you had HOD's old ass just fucking
No,
yapped
I
at you.
wouldn't.
Like, all right, I'm cool.
No. I wouldn't. If I was, I would just say I gotta go. Nah, that shit happens here. It's fucking annoying. And it'll happen if I'm sleeping. The way I know is I wake up, in the clock
Everything's reset.
on the
Oh, yeah,
stove. Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
your stove and
flashing
microwave.
12. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck this place. Annoying. Yeah, no, it's annoying.
And
But,
then can I really switch gears real quick to the my other thoughts on the card were the Claressa fight, man. I think
You ain't
Clarissa's a
gonna
star,
touch on
man.
Shushu?
Shushu, he's another one of those guys for me where he kind of like, come on, man. He had some unheralded guy. Like, I don't think anyone in this panel knew who he was fighting.
nope.
And that's what I'm saying. That's another guy. This guy is a tough guy. Like, yeah, he's not a well known, but it was a decent win for Shushu's like growth.
Yeah, but he was popping it during the weigh-in and the Thursday like fighter interviews. He was popping it like if he was gonna give us a spectacular performance. I just feel like he did good, right? He 12-0'd the guy. He outclassed him, but I just thought he could inflict some more punishment, in my opinion. Like that's my only critique.
I didn't see the Shushu fight, but we watched the Claressa one and we watched the other one here, the Zayas one.
But yeah,
What you think of Tony Harrison?
I didn't see him fight.
You didn't see Tony?
Nah, but isn't he mad old? Like, why is he still fighting?
money?
Shit.
He ain't
that old. He just took a. I mean, everybody in his age range still actively fighting. Charlo, everybody's still fighting.
Harrison is 34. Okay, that's not that old.
No,
But
I think you're in Detroit. Claressa probably asked you to come out, give you some light work.
He's been fighting 14 years though. He's since 20.
He's been fighting
pro. That's a lot
Tony
of.
got dropped.
Yeah,
He's
looking at
got the wear and tear on it, but he still got the skill. He got
Tim
the
Zhu
skill.
knocked him out. Jamil Charlo knocked him out. Jarrett Hurd knocked him out, and Willie Nelson.
Yeah,
That's a
Nelson.
bad L.
Nelson was good, but Andres got rid of Nelson. But I mean, you got to realize he also beat Charlo.
Yeah, he did.
Who beat
He got
Charlo?
that belt. Tony Harrison did.
Oh, right. Was it a real win or was it a bullshit decision?
No, it was a
He was
real win.
close.
Okay, and then he got knocked out in the rematch.
Yeah, but he was winning the rematch before he got stopped.
Yeah, he was.
His chin is just the problem.
Tony Harrison had a draw with some guy named Brian Perella.
Yeah, that was bad. You could tell. I don't think he had a good training camp. You could tell he had some distractions outside the ring.
Real quick, I just Marco and fellas, I don't know. Like I feel like Clarissa's a star now. Like ever since she started fucking with Papoose, like her profile is like growing tremendously. Like was it just me or the Little Caesars was sold out yesterday? And
no, Caesars was sold out.
Yeah, so
that's the second time she did that.
I mean, she's gonna get bigger now because she's leaving Salida. He unfortunately, for some reason, couldn't get her those huge fights. I don't know why.
I don't think he has the funds, bro.
Well, yeah, but then you just partner with like a Golden Boy, like they do. Don't they do that? Like dual promotion?
Yeah, they do co-promotions, but he seems to not have been able to because he's not coming to the table with a lot of leverage.
Well, she has her. That should be a lot of leverage. No,
that's the only leverage that he has. His promotion's completely top heavy. So if you come to me with a co-promotion, that's cool. You got one fighter, but we got to fill out this card. And you see how he fills out his card with low paying. You know what I'm saying? He goes and gets nobody. You know what I mean? Low paying. So his formula has been to sign these girls, try to develop them a little bit, and then feed them to Claressa. That's been his formula going. You know what I mean? And it's worked. He's made his money, but now Claressa wants bigger and better things, or at least she's gonna try to market in. You know.
But didn't Claressa say she was gonna get pregnant by Papoose next year? So how's that gonna work?
She did say that.
She just talking.
I think she want the 15 mil with Layla if that materializes because she's got the backer, and then she might look to sit down because that would be her defining fight. She just needs a defining fight.
She got two fights that could be out there.
Layla's not going to fight her, guys. Come on.
Layla's
going to take that fight?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
But Claressa already sounds like Marco. You know how you called it with Tank? I remember being on the shows like back then in February, and you literally called it. You're like, man, what Tank is saying, he kind of sounds like he has 1 foot in out the door.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting the same vibes from Claressa. No, like she has Papoose' name tatted under her, I believe, left breast. She's talking about she wants a baby with Papoose. Like she sounds like she's more interested in Papoose than her own career at this point.
She's
mean,
done it all.
Yeah, I was gonna
She wanted
say.
to do. Yeah. She cleaned out her rivals. She cleaned out the division. And then she just went to heavyweight and took the title, and then she just defended it.
Yeah,
Damn,
but the
Mo Brains is
heavyweight.
hating here. Look at this. Why you say that, Mo?
Damn, he became the new Chicago. I'm telling you, Marco.
Mo Brains is some hating. He went to England and New York, and now he's a lot of hate in his heart.
Damn.
But I don't give like Clarissa is the guap, but like I don't like she went heavyweight. There was only 6 active females on BoxRec. Like, do we give her that much credit for becoming undisputed at heavyweight?
Where you going, Bob?
Man, I'm driving home from church. I'm just gonna jump in real quick, man. I don't even like Charlo, and Charlo beat Harrison. I saw that fight, man. Harrison ain't win that fight. I don't care what anybody says.
The first
Harrison didn't win that fight, and then Charlo came back. Like he got every swing round. For whatever reason, Harrison got every swing round, and he eked out the. Well, I thought Charlo won for sure, without a doubt. But that's what I was calling Harrison. Like you saw, he's 34, but he's an old 34. You say he's been knocked down how many times? 4?
Knocked out. I think all the losses are knockouts, right?
Yeah, Zoo knocked him out. Charlo knocked him out.
And then I watched the fight last night. I went back, and then that dude who I already know he was dropped him.
Yeah,
His chin is gone.
Chin
He needs
ball.
he needs to stay out the ring. He's going to
Bob.
get knocked out. Yes.
I got
Put hands on Charlo. You tripping, my
Is
brother?
there a fighter that you like? I always hear you telling guys they need to retire, pack him up, get him out of boxing.
Yeah.
He didn't look good. He looked terrible.
Boost,
I don't
Shakur.
like.
I like Boost. I like Shakur. Yeah, there's some dudes. I like Abdullah Mason. You know, there are some guys I like, but you're right. There's way more guys I'd rather get rid of.
Bob Abdullah got dropped twice against the Dominican cat.
And that was flash night.
Yeah. I mean, that don't mean he's not going to be great.
He's
I mean,
never
everybody gets knocked down. It's a different. Harrison has no chin.
I don't know about no
Maybe.
chin, but he definitely has made some
His
decisions.
chin has seen better days.
No, it's not even that. I think it's the decisions that he makes. I think he's one of those guys that when he gets hit, he don't get smart. He tries to thug it out and fight
Get
you,
it
and
back in blood.
yeah, and a couple times, and that's what y'all want to see. But as soon as somebody gets knocked out, if a guy runs, you're like, man, Tom and Jerry, he ran, he got hit with somebody, he didn't want nothing to do with it. And then when you go, you go balls to the walls and you get your shit knocked loose. Yeah, he's a bum. Pack him up. What you want to see? You want to see knockouts or not? Because somebody got to get knocked out for you to see knockouts.
And let
I
me
was
tell
gonna say,
you, young
man,
fighters. Oh,
y'all sounded. I enjoyed the show, and only in boxing would somebody 34 have a chance. NBA, if you were 34, they wouldn't even talk to you.
Yeah.
So
But
if
that
you
wasn't always
33,
like that.
34, you got a chance.
But that
Hey,
wasn't always like that.
some of us ex-cons out here that's 34 need that chance.
Oh no, I'm saying it's great. I mean, it's great, but boxing's the only sport you would ever get a chance. If there was a 34 guy who could play, the NBA wouldn't even speak to him. They'd be like, man, get lost, go overseas. They wouldn't even talk to him. But in boxing, yeah, you got a chance.
But that's only recently, Bob. But boxing 34 used to be old, maybe. I mean, we're talking like 15, 20 years ago. It was old back then.
Dumb old.
And Shaq was still getting like contracts up till he was like 40. He played for like every team. Like
look at LeBron. You know,
Well,
you
Shaq,
just don't have that many of those when that young
I'm
talent.
sorry, no Shaq slander on this channel.
No, I'm not slandering him. I'm saying that's him because he was so good. Like, not every fighter could play at that high level when they're in their 30s, late 30s.
Marco, check this out. This is how things have changed. The guy came to church today. He in his 60s. He had heart surgery last week. He came back to church this week. Think about that. You had heart surgery. You in the hospital. He had heart surgery, and he was in church today from last week. And he's like 63.
Yeah, he's praying. I don't blame him.
Well, they
All right.
also real not to like switch topics, but did you guys see Jeff Teague on his podcast said that LeBron was on Peds during the Miami Heat? That he heard that they were gonna start testing, and that's when he got injured for 2 weeks while he flushed it out of his system. So look,
Nope.
everyone's on enhancements, man. Not just in boxing. Everyone wants a competitive advantage. Any sport.
LeBron said he pays $1 million to maintain his body. So we know something's up with LeBron. If you paying $1
Well,
million, it ain't all legal.
What's that?
he,
Yeah.
he actually confirmed that as a rumor that people were spreading. But
$1 million.
Stephen A made it popular when he said it on First Take. But he was like, "Oh, I'm paying $1 million, really?" So he was, but he does pay some money to keep that body on point, and it's really the massages, the physiotherapy, and
The snack.
getting that lactic acid moved around your body so you don't have them long-term pains when you do what you do.
Y'all do know snack is just supplements, right? And that you can get supplements at any
That's
GNC.
what I tell everybody.
You do know
No,
that you can go buy snack, Alberto. You can go buy snack.
I
and
looked
it's
at
probably
the
not gonna do
ingredients.
nothing for
Yeah,
you.
it's supplements. You could buy each individual supplement and make snack too if you wanted to.
So is snack like creatine, or because I
And,
went
and
on
that
Oh,
snack
it's
shit's
like
expensive as fuck.
It's like L-theanine, and it's just a bunch of different supplements that you could get separately at any nutrition store, any like GNC or whatever.
Snacks. That's all. They just put them together for you to do different benefits. You
Yeah.
want to gain weight, you want to lose weight, you want to do this, you need recovery, you want this, you want that. Everybody takes supplements. I don't take a lot of supplements because a lot of them have a lot of different ingredients. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm only on a few, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, but Snack is
For that
creator
B12
founder.
on the package. That's what you.
Snack is founded by Victor Conte, the biggest cheat in like sports. So that's where it gets the bad name.
I
That's
mean,
true.
people are gonna find something wrong with anything. We live in a cancel culture. That's the cool thing to do nowadays is find someone to cancel.
No, but
Yeah.
that's like a murderer going, or like a rapist going on like a women's rights tour after. Like it's just
So that means gang members can't go talk to kids about not joining in gangs because they were once gang members and they committed crimes and that. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, he's under the so I get what you're saying, Mikhail. You're under the impression of somebody who's changed their ways. Alberto's under the impression that Conte didn't change his ways.
He just got more sneaky. Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
if that's the case, why ain't nobody caught him? I mean, if that's the case,
They still call him positive in
And why is he intertwined with Vada?
No, people are just assuming that when somebody says I'm on snack, they're also getting the illegal shit under the table. That's the assumption.
But nobody on snack is tested. None of the snack.
Because he also has a chair with Vada.
He is an advisor to Vada as someone who cheated. Hey, this is how I cheated. This is how you can catch guys that cheated. But he doesn't work for Vada.
He's not like part of he's not one of the board of advisors or anything, right?
You get a computer hacker so that he can break your code to see what's going on. And he probably came out of jail for doing it, so they definitely want to hire him.
They literally, our U.S. government does that right now. They will go get guys that hack their system and say, look, we could give you all this time, or you could work for us and help make the system better. How'd you break in?
That's how all these, like, do you remember when the iPhone first came out, this kid jailbroke it, the first time?
Yep.
This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened? They got that kid in trouble, then they gave him a job. Like, he was like 17. They're like, you did what? Come. Yeah, that's what happens.
Come work for us. I mean,
it was, you ever see the movie Catch Me If You Can?
Yep.
He was one
Leonardo
of the
DiCaprio.
biggest check frauders. He would write fraudulent checks, and what they do, they arrested him, but then they let him out early and said, you come work for us and help us find dudes who did what you did. Yeah.
It's common practice.
It really is. You know, yeah. Not with like murder, but like other like white collar shit. Yeah.
And the thing is, like Crawford and Sean Porter revealed to us, there when you become sponsored by Snack, you just become sponsored by Snack. There's no, he doesn't say you have to take this, you have to take that, you have to take this product. Like you could take whatever product that you want to take. You can take like the Sean Porter's basically said all I took was ZMAs. Like all I took was the
you guys can school me a little on this because I never paid. You guys know I care about boxing, not this shit. But Snack is a company that Victor Conte founded, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
This is after all his steroid allegations?
Yes.
Correct.
Why is he
Yes.
allowed to still be involved in the field if he got caught doing all that steroid shit?
Boxing is the only sport that he's allowed to be involved in. Everybody else has banned him.
He was the best at doing it, and he made the statement. We was just talking about it the other day. I can still pass the test.
So hold on. So NBA or NFL or whatever, they're not allowed to use snack.
He's on the ban list.
Nope, he's banned.
Because
Not that they're not allowed to use snack. It's that he's banned from
His
sponsoring
involvement.
athletes being involved in their sports.
Except
Now,
boxing.
athletes can still go to the store, buy snack, and use it.
I got you.
If they want to, they can't endorse him.
I got you. And for boxing though, it doesn't matter. He could do it whatever.
Wild West. Yeah.
Yes. Boxing doesn't because there's no
And
government.
what did he was caught? I watched a documentary on it years ago, and I'm trying to remember. He was
Playing the
caught.
baseball.
I know he fucked up a couple, like an Olympic athlete and some baseball players. He was just giving them steroids, basically.
Yep.
Yes, steroids, and he was helping them beat the test.
And he was helping them beat the test. Do you remember? And just sum it up. How would they beat the test? Do you remember how?
He's a mad scientist. Dude knows like scientifically how to beat the test.
Like,
And
flush
he
it out of their
admitted
system.
doing this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so how did he
And
get caught?
that's how
then?
he got involved. That's how he got involved with VADA.
So how
That
did
he said, "Look, I'll show you how I was beating your
I
test
got
to make
you.
your test better."
So how did he get caught then if he was able to beat all the tests?
Somebody didn't do something right, and they got caught, and then they told on him.
Oh, whistleblower.
Yep, somebody told him.
Cycled in properly.
Did he suffer any kind of consequences for doing this? He
He
No.
went to prison.
Oh yeah, he went to jail for like a year or two.
went to jail for a couple, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's why people say get that snack shit out of boxing, Marco. Is this too sus? It's not him. Not from him.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Supplements are supplements, bro.
And he's always like jumping out the window, like accusing people of like doping, and like he's too like for somebody who has nothing to hide. Like when Claressa got popped dirty, it just said she was suspended, right? He like jumped
She
out
didn't
the
pop
woodwork.
dirty. She got popped for
for weed.
marijuana.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying initially, Macau, when it first came out, we didn't know what it was. We just saw that she got suspended. Everybody said, "Oh shit." And Victor Conte like jumped, like he like started to scramble because she's one of the snack athletes. He started to like just throw out a bunch of shit, saying no, she's innocent.
She was.
No, I know, but like for a guy that's like, why is he so pressed?
What do you mean? She's a snack athlete. Like, what are we talking about? If I'm endorsing Alberto and Alberto drops dirty for something, I'm gonna come out and defend you.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose his
If I know
money.
that you're not dirty, and then you end up not dirty.
Like,
Like,
Nike doesn't do that when like one of their athletes gets
what do you
accused of
mean?
rape.
They do it
You
all the
don't see-
time.
No, you don't see Nike like go, oh no, this
rape
guy's an upstanding
and smoking
citizen.
weed is two different things.
No, but
And
Macau said- at
And if a
first we
guy
didn't
and if
know
a
what
guy
to do.
is innocent, the NBA did do this. Kobe got accused of rape. They jumped way out in front of it. Put lawyers in front of him. Put the whole protection of the NBA in front of him. Why he's one of the faces of the league. Hey,
Okay, when Ray,
this is what's going on, but we don't know all of the facts and all of the truth. And guess what? He got found not guilty of rape and settled out of court.
okay, when Ray Rice beat the bitch up in the elevator, the NFL didn't do nothing. They didn't
Because it's a video of him knocking her out. What do you want him to do? Say the video's fake? What do you want to do?
That don't make sense either. That was his wife assaulting him, and he threw the uppercut. The problem is they have a long history of abuse, and
Exactly. Like,
when you
what
have
do
a
you want
long
him to do?
history,
They had already
start to
defended
nip
him.
that in the bud. Yeah,
They already
uppercut was
defended him
so
with the other two
complete.
DBs. Like, this one was over with. Like, we're done with you.
Who the hell's sharpening their knife? What's going on?
So sounds like somebody's whipping up some scrambled eggs. So Marco, I have a question for you because I'm pretty agnostic on the whole Victor Conte snack shit, but I have a question for you so that you can understand why people have their doubts and their suspicions. So Victor Conte himself says that he helped found VADA, right? He himself says that.
He
And then I think yes, that he helped. He's one of the founders. And then shortly after he made that statement, I believe it was the president of VADA came out scrambling and was like, "Oh no, he's not a founder. He has nothing to do with VADA. He has nothing to do with VADA." But constantly, when things are concerning with VADA, he's very quick to make public statements with information that people like lay people like you and I who have nothing to do with VADA are not privy to. So like with that whole Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney thing, somehow or another he had obtained some records or something like that or test results, and he himself was making public statements about the veracity of those failed tests.
What's
That would
veracity?
impugn their truthfulness. So he himself was like, as a professional, whatever analyst or scientist or whatever the fuck he is, his title is, was making public statements condemning Ryan Garcia. Now, the difference is, Marco, if you did that, you're a boxing commentator. If I did that, I'm just a fan. But because it's Victor Conti and he has a background in all those things, we're supposed to take his opinion, at face value. We're supposed to trust it. Now
Right.
the issue arises when how is it that he is privy to all this information, but he has nothing to do with
No
VADA? He
association.
has, he has no association, all these things, but we know that he's deeply involved with his supplement company in uh, in sponsorship
And
deals with these fighters. Now let me round this out real quick, Alberto, and
Mo,
then you can go ahead.
no,
Okay,
I was
go
just
ahead.
gonna put it in
Go ahead.
layman's terms for you real quick. Like basically, it's like VADA is like a gang, right? Like if you're under his umbrella, the gang will protect you. No one can like fuck with you as far as doping goes in boxing. But if you go out, if you go against VADA, if you speak any type of like negatively about VADA, he tries to make your life a living hell. Like how is that not sketchy as fuck?
Yeah, now to people outside of the sport, right? It seems a little weird that as we understand, VADA costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to be a part of their testing program, especially the 365 program, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I think makes people leery about VADA and Victor Conti and Snack is not necessarily that, Snack they're putting peds in the Snack supplements or whatever, and that's how these guys are doing great, but more that because it feels like you have to get in business with Victor Conti, right, and do that kind of exchange of service of promotion for his snack product and him pay you for it, and also get in business with VADA, right, to pay them to do their testing and all those other things, then it feels like Alberto just said, if you're not part of that, if you're not part of that association, it's kind of like the mob kind of thing. So then people like Devin Haney can go out there and say, oh, well, why isn't Brian Norman paying VADA hundreds of thousands of dollars? Is he on
I think
whatever?
VADA, regardless, like VADA is the testing agency for the fight. The only argument was we wanted me to start getting tested now instead of 8 weeks out.
You're right, Mikhail. That's totally true. Like on the face of it, yeah. But I'm saying like for the lay person who doesn't have time to look at all this other shit, it just seems fishy. We know that stuff because we're hardcores. We pay attention to shit. We listen to Marco. We listen to TBV.
Johnny.
But average person doesn't know that.
You had to throw in Johnny, didn't you? Unbelievable. You heard him? He went, Johnny.
Hey, but Macau, I seen Macau, bro. I think he is that you, Macau? I seen like a TBV Border Wars episode next week.
Yeah, that's him.
Hell yeah, that's dope, man.
So, I mean, yeah, I still don't really get all this shit. I mean, I guess I kind of get it, the whole Victor Conti thing. I don't know. What's his background? Is he a scientist? Like, who is he? Like, why does he know all this?
Yeah, I think he's just a fucking Freud genius. Like, that was huge in the 80s and 70s. Like when it came out and people started experimenting with it, he was good at it. So
He must be he would think he's a scientist of some kind.
no, he's not even, bro. He's like got a limited like background in like sports, basically, something like that, and he just ended up being good at selling juice.
Bitch ass.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
It's like anything. Like, I mean, that I think that just as a whole, that becomes the issue in just American society as a whole. They're trying to pigeonhole everybody into some type of slot. So then, when you get pigeonholed, what do you do?
right.
Like, so this man has to forever. So you want him to come out of jail and not sell drugs, but you're not giving him the option to do anything legit in the field that he's actually good at, because he's good at the legal side of it too. So since you're not giving him an opportunity, basically, this dude Alberto's up there chefing it up, like, man. But basically, you don't have an opportunity to do
My
it.
bad, my bad. I'm gonna hop off. Hey, Marco, you gonna be on later?
Yeah, tonight.
Okay,
I
I'll
think
catch
I'm
on
having
later.
Elijah Pierce on tonight, I believe.
Movie. All right, Marco. I'll catch on later.
Peace out.
Well, let's talk the facts though, Mikhail, because look, you said like, oh, he's not allowed to do this and that. Like, what are you talking about? He has a successful supplement company. He has literally, like we just said, he's sponsoring the
Yeah,
greatest woman boxer of all time. He's sponsoring some of the greatest. Like, he's doing fine. He's killing the game. Like, what are we talking about? He's doing
right?
great.
You have a problem with it. You saying get Victor Conte out of boxing?
I personally don't have a problem with it. I'm agnostic on the whole situation. Quite frankly, I don't really give a shit. I've accepted the fact that some fighters are dirty and some fighters are not, and some fighters know how to beat the test and some fighters don't. So to me, it's just so
That's a crazy thing.
wild and out of control.
If you could really beat
is
tests,
what it is.
if you could really beat tests, like I mean, we have no idea how many people probably, you know what I mean? No clue.
I have no idea. That's the thing, and that's why I'm saying, like, when we look at guys and we go, oh, he's a bum, he's this, he's that, he's a can, he's this. Like, bro, you going in there risking. You don't know. This sport is a wild, wild west, bro. You don't know what the fuck is going on half the time. From the pay to our guys clean to all type of practices and what's really going on. And, everybody's trying to get unfair advantages from judges to everything. So, these guys that are going in there risking what they risking the biscuit when you step in between them ropes. It's not
Gentlemen,
just going out there.
This is my whole thing with the boxing. And I wish half these boxers would be out of boxing. And I'm not trying to say half these dudes don't belong in the ring. Like you said, it's dangerous. There's guys in the ring who have no skill.
No, you're right.
As Marco said earlier, you can just become a professional. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be allowed to have 15 losses and have a professional license, in my opinion. You lose that many times, you're not a boxer anymore. You're out.
Like in
That's
the
what we should do.
NBA, if you can't hit a 3-pointer, you're probably going to get waived.
You're going to get waived, and they're going to be like, "No, don't come back." You're right. If the coach loses too many games, they fire him. He doesn't come back. Boxing, I can have 40 losses and still fight. That's ridiculous.
Guys need to make money. This is a profession, bro.
Rocky is based off the opposite of that, though. It's based off a dude who is exactly what we're talking about, getting that shot and actually beating the Muhammad Ali of that generation. Like, that's what Rocky was based on. So that, and I'm not disagreeing with you, Bob. I still think there should be a league, but there's something beautiful about that aspect of boxing. Like, you get a dude who shovels shit for a living and give him a random shot and he could become champion of the world. That's what Rocky was based on. That's not real life.
It's off of opportunity. And you have to remember how boxing was back in the day. It was first the Irish cats who was broke, the Italians who was broke, and then it went to the black folk when we was broke, and then now you got a heavy Latino base right now. So that's what you're looking at when you're giving the people the opportunity to make a big buck from your skills, and that's what it's about. So
if you have skills,
and anything can happen in a fight. It don't take skills to win fights. Sometimes it just takes heart.
Yeah,
you wouldn't know because if you haven't climbed between these ropes, you just don't understand. Anything can happen. Give it a guy with 2 feet and 2 hands, put me in front of him, and I'll find a way. Anything can happen.
You do have a skill, Mikhail. Your skill is your IQ.
I'll think.
That's a skill, right? That's a skill.
It's a skill.
Not a physical skill. It's a mental. Boxing is 90% mental.
People don't understand that part.
But we have to be truthful. You've seen fights where you're like, well, this guy has no chance. Literally, he don't know how to throw a punch. There's professional boxers that don't know how to throw a punch properly. How are you professional?
That's what I'm saying. Because
you shouldn't be a professional.
The word professional
$25 get you a license.
The word professional means you have to have paid your dues. You have to have been drafted. There's not one other sport where they don't actually come and say they got to let you in because of your skill set. No, we want you. Boxing is the only one.
That's not true,
though. The promoter has to be more savvy about the situation because as promoters, a lot of times you will take. I've seen promoters take guys off the street and put them in the building, right before
Yes.
the licensing. So now, because like I said, $30, $25 to $30, depending on your state, sometimes 35. That gets you your boxing license. If a guy doesn't have a gym, you don't have a coach, you don't have any representation coming through the door, you're supposed to say no. Not, oh, we'll corner you for this fight, and then you become a setup and a knockout. This is the type of stuff that takes place in boxing often and in other combat sports. So promoters,
Telling you,
get it
man,
together.
a draft would be so dope in my opinion. Drafted like every year they draft, whatever it is, new fighters who are maybe, amateur stars, whatever it is, or standouts in the, like let's say Mikhail, let's say you turn pro and you start kicking ass in Ohio for a couple of years. They'll end up drafting you like, yo, this is this dude coming up. He belongs in this league. You know what I mean? That'd be
That's
dope.
what I'm saying. Like I get that concept at the top, as long as there's still grassroots club level boxing that's supporting that.
That won't go anywhere. But like it'll be like, I don't think
but they have to the same way that the NBA does the G League and supports.
But NBA also, but Mikhail, NBA also just looks at overseas, like that'll never go away, the grassroots, but it won't necessarily be affiliated with the league. It doesn't have to be, because scouts are scouts and they want to make money. They want to bring in stars.
And that's why I was saying they basically use the sanctioning bodies for that, the WBC, WBA, WBO.
Yeah, but they're not gonna take a pay cut.
Regulate. Yeah,
they're not gonna be like, sure, we'll step down. Like they're not gonna go out without a fight.
No, it's not a pay cut. It's a restructuring. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have all the top promoters inside this league, and they're using basically the other belts for support belts to support this one champion. Now we have a system that kind of flows and works. So I become the WBC champion. You know what I mean? Maybe and then maybe I go to Unify or whatever. But that just gets me drafted into the league to be able to become, the lineal, the top guy, the real champion.
Right.
Well, it's like the Contender, right? So the Contender, you had certain fighters that they picked so that they could get busy.
Yeah.
And in that league, because that's basically what it was, they fought, or like the IFL. And there's another boxing league right now. They have like 4 or 5 teams from different states, and you have a heavyweight division, and you have a middleweight, and I can't remember the name of that league though.
Team Combat League.
I think that's the one.
Yeah. Dewey Cooper's shit. Yeah.
My man Dewey.
That's like a team. That's like a team.
See, I like that. Just like, because I'm thinking of doing that as my
You should do that. That's a great springboard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying, these one round, and then you get all of these rounds in over the season or whatever, and now I get to audition myself and then get picked up for bigger fights.
Right. Dewey is over there in Vegas too. Let me know if you're trying to do it, because we can holler at him.
Not for sure. I'm definitely I'm gonna finish out the rest of this year. That's amateur, but for sure I'm going to one of their tryouts.
Okay.
Next year.
That's dope. Well, so your episode is on Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
Is it a live or it's recorded?
Yeah, it'll be live. So
he's just gonna interview you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's dope. How long does the interview go for?
Like 30-40 minutes.
And what time is this?
3.
We're at the same time. Right?
Yeah, we're Eastern.
You're Eastern. Okay, I didn't know, because I know like parts of Indiana are like an hour behind or some shit. Parts of Indiana don't have daylight savings.
Central time.
Right? Parts of Indiana don't have daylight savings for some reason.
It might be. I don't know. I know people from Indiana. I go over there, but I don't really.
All right, guys, let me wrap
it up. And Marco, just one last thing to back up. If you had a league, the league could have doctors that these dudes actually, could get regular physicals and have them checked on and make sure their health. I mean, that's what a league would do. Because the NBA players got dental and they got, they got health insurance. If you have a league, you have to have those things for the fighters.
That's true, though, because the UFC ain't got no health.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about, I can speak on that.
You don't have to, but
all the other leagues, in soccer, they all have health, dental, all that stuff. I can't say on UFC. You might be right, but if you have a real league, you should have all that stuff for anybody participating in it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
should,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
A
that'd
life
be dope.
insurance policy be paying more to them than
Pensions, all that.
sometimes their contracts because
Yep.
the way they have it structured. So if they get like severely injured and go to that IUL that they have set up, they get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
All right, guys. I will be back tonight. We
You
will
having an
have-
interview tonight, Marco?
Yeah, I think Elijah Pierce, who just had that filthy knockout, should be on. So,
All right, we'll see you tonight.
all right, people. Appreciate you.
All right.
Peace.